Hello, Internet! We're plus one shot. And even though our name says plus one shot, this is a campaign. And it's a Fantasy Greek campaign. And these are the players. Hello.
Hello for the first time.
For the first time. I didn't fuck up at all.
Hello for the second time.
Shh, don't give us away. Okay, anyhow. Let's see. What did we do last time? I have it in my notes, but do you guys remember?
After much threatening of a horse and making friends with a bird spirit and a God, what was he? Some kind of druid.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a water genasi.
Okay, he was a water genasi. Yeah, we found we found the bottle technically back in the mine, and then we came over here to try to find out who Piko was trying to bring the bottle to, and it turns out it's that old bitch Poseidon.
Old man Jenkins.
Old man Jenkins.
An old bastard of the water.
And he would have gotten away with it too. Well, he still might because we're still delivering the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have to take this fracking horse somewhere. Damn horse.
Luckily,
some magical knot harpy tried to steal the bottle. Which turns
luckily, I had my own ship in a bottle, which I didn't know if it would actually turn into a ship, but it does. And now we have to figure out how we're going to crew that said ship. Or get it back in a bottle.
Or get it back in the bottle. Also, there was a magic knot harpy, and now no one else can be trusted with the bottle except for
yourself, because you decided it.
Well, Alexos and Theros don't trust anybody else with the bottle because clearly everyone else has fucking dropped it or fumbled it in some way. So y'all got Butterfingers, hands off.
I didn't know.
We're gonna keep it safe.
Keep it safe.
That's fine. You know, there's a list of people who are qualified to hold the bottle. You may be on it,
but probably not.
Yeah. After a rigorous application and screening process, we will determine if you are eligible to hold the bottle.
Yeah.
If not, you can reapply in 30 days. We'll try again.
God, I hope you don't have the bottle in 30 days.
I mean, he can fly though. So.
I stole money.
That's true.
He did steal money. We had 2 guests show up last time. Obviously, we have 2 of our major players missing, but we had 2 guests last time. Patrick here and Anton, who could not come again because he got a super cool job. Oh my god. So, I'll be handling.
But I'm gonna do it. He talks like this.
Oh my god. I'm gonna handle that character, Pelopitis. Okay. And then Patrick was able to come back to be Zephys again. Pelopitis was sort of given the same mission as Piko, where he needed to find the bottle and or Piko and tell Piko he's taking way too long. And that happened almost immediately when they showed up. So now those 2 are gonna help out for a bit. Question mark. Do you guys remember anything else that happened? I think that's about it.
There was a magical knot harpy that tried to steal the bottle.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that like 3 times now.
I forget what picks up, man. When people were talking, I didn't want to talk over people.
It's all good.
I mean, it was a trial from Poseidon.
We also completed our mission.
Did you?
To clear out the ghosts in the cave, even if the person who gave us a mission didn't realize that.
You never, ever in the course of a marriage, expect to be arguing with your partner over something in a D&D game. But here it is. I gave him
totally did. You're sleeping on the couch tonight.
I gave him so many like examples of, oh, but remember when Mira remembered that you weren't actually maybe doing the right thing and you just ignored that hint?
Yep, because my mission was to kill the ghosts.
It was a very friendly argument, promise.
Yeah.
Aaron?
Yes.
So your privacy screen
says don't watch.
Yeah, it just looks like it says don't watch, just like right there.
Don't watch. Don't watch.
For Erase
why are
that.
you still why are you still here?
It's a cry for help.
Good
The only
job.
reason the only reason we're doing this is because you keep watching. I can leave if you go away.
Oh
No,
shit.
I love being here. Don't leave.
But yeah, I just thought I would bring that up. I was like,
Watch out for Morse code and our blinks.
I'm keeping them all here. Anyhow, just as a helpful prompt to you players, the last thing that you decided to do was to go see Nestor and possibly get supplies for a voyage you might take.
And we're also seeing if the pants show is still on.
That's
Yeah.
Nestor.
The Fasten Show.
What did you said?
I said go see Nestor.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
It's- Get supplies and see if the pants show is still on.
Yeah. Okay, so you're just saying what I said again. Got it.
It's very important that we put the emphasis on the tubes, you know?
The fan show.
The
Mhm.
tubes were the emphasis for this whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember what they're actually called?
Yes. Yes.
Tubes.
Anitas. Tubes, obviously.
Tubes.
Yeah.
Tubes.
Okay. Yeah. Proceed.
Well,
To
so
Nestor.
where was the last place we stopped at? We were still on the
On the
beach.
beach.
On the beach.
Yeah, we were
You
about
made
to
a boat.
leave.
Yeah.
In a boat. And
We
then it wasn't
unstuck
far
it.
enough out. Yeah, we unstuck it.
Mhm.
So we need to go see Nestor. I guess so straight from the beach. I was like, we didn't go anywhere else, right? Like it hasn't been.
No.
We didn't go to the inn or anything like that. Okay. Well, then I guess we will. I guess head to Nestor for supplies, and then to the docks, maybe, to figure
Yeah.
out if we can find
Oh.
someone who can pilot this thing.
I think I
Mhm.
actually left before you guys did to go get dry goods because everyone was
Yeah.
taking too
Yep.
long talking.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
I was like, I'm leaving. I think I got some coin and left to go find dry goods and supplies, fresh water for the boat.
Theros is impatient.
Yes.
Water all around
This
him.
is not adventure. This is bookkeeping. He has no time for this. There are things to be done. He doesn't know what yet. Things that
Oh,
are
we gotta
adventure.
do them.
All right.
To Nestor.
To Nestor.
Well, you guys go to Nestor. I'll see you at
Yeah.
Nestor's.
Da-da-da.
Activate.
Doodaloo.
Oh no.
Now we have to find out who murdered Nestor.
A lot of my icons are gone too. I mean, like across my ability bar. Like a lot of them are just. That's
Yeah.
probably what it is then.
Yeah, most likely.
Oh, the other stuff hasn't updated yet.
I don't have view.
Oh, I think
So-
the game may have stopped for a sec.
It failed to draw for me.
Yeah. I think it's just having trouble there. I got a site cannot be reached, but it'll probably, once everyone moves, it'll be good. You know, it's been a while. It's like I don't know how to switch from one to the other. We gotta ease into it, you know. Just like the tubes. Well, no, that'll be easier. Nestor did tailor them for us. Oh. It could just be that the server's freaking out for a sec.
Thank you. I should probably put the push to talk on my mouse.
Okay.
No.
Mhm. Oh. No, it's when you did it, it was like, okay, no active game. So it was spinning until then. So it should be good.
My wedding spinning it was just a gray screen.
Yeah.
Nestor's house is so weird. It's just a gray void. Yep, everything looks good.
Looks good for me as well.
I'm still getting some spinny. Give me a second. Okay, it's working now.
Can't see crap. I can see stuff. This wall in between me and everybody else.
No birds allowed.
You'll get droppings everywhere.
Gross.
It's like that coffee creamer that's a bird. Then you squeeze it and...
Okay. I was like, what do you mean the coffee
Gross.
creamer that is a bird? The game has turned into a horror segment real quick. You go to visit Nestor, and his facial features are covered over by a sheen of skin. You can see where his mouth should be, trying to wriggle and scream against the flap of skin.
I can insert my hand. Sorry.
Either way, he's there. You guys know what he looks like, theoretically. He is a short satyr man. What? I'm pushing to talk. Calm down.
Okay.
He's a short satyr man. Balding a bit. He's got the little ears like Delilah there.
Mhm.
And his taste in stuff is purple and gold and gaudy. May or may not be able to tell from his setup here.
He just
Nestors is a big fan of the purple.
yeah, he just went to high school at a familiar place.
Oh, good. When you just let yourselves in or what?
We'll knock.
Knock on the door.
I mean, you're already inside, so
We knocked. How about that?
all right, cool. It is a shop, so you can go right in.
I don't see Galatea's token on the screen. No, I see my token way over on the right here.
She's probably. Oh, you. Well, that's weird.
Can you click over here where you see our mouse?
Okay.
Yeah, you have both of their visions. So whoever you click on is what you'll see.
Gotcha.
That'll be fun.
I put you in the abyss, so I might have effed with you. This push-to-talk thing's gonna kill me, you guys.
Well, you put them in the abyss. That's the problem.
I'm just gonna put you down here in this little corner. Anyhow,
Back into the abyss.
it is a shop, so you can walk right in if you want to.
Yep.
Does he greet us? Is he here?
Yeah, he's here. If you're walking back, you didn't tell me you were walking in.
So is this place his house or
It's a
shop?
store. This is his store. You're standing. You show up to the front door, and it's his store. Do you knock? Do you go in? How do you normally treat a store when you walk up to it?
We just.
walk
Alexis just
inside.
walks in.
Kick
Okay.
open the door. Give me all your stuff.
I'm just asking for what you're doing.
Well, because we're all standing inside, so I thought we were all inside.
Well, this is
That's
just
fine.
where you were when we left the scene last time. This
Okay.
this D&D thing is my husband, my dear Philip, is trying to get me to play D&D for like our entire relationship, and it's gonna be what ruins our relationship because he won't tell me if he's walking into a store or not. Anyhow,
So yes, I walk into the store with everybody else and greet Nestor and await his greeting back.
I like how I tell this, and no one laughs. Everybody's like, "Oh no."
Bum bum bum.
Yes, Nestor does turn towards the door as a shopkeeper might, and is like, "Hello, hello, hi, hello, everyone. How have you been?"
Gal
We
just
are
like
back.
picks her hand up. It's like, hi, Nestor.
We are back. It's good to see you again.
He nods and
Yeah. We came inquiring about the fashion show. That was still going to be a thing if you were still working on your new invention.
Also, it turns out that we didn't do anything wrong, so you shouldn't feel bad about us killing him. He tried to kill us first, and the police said it was okay.
yes, I was there for that. Nestor reminds her.
It's been a couple days.
By a couple
A lot.
days, like 2 months.
Lots happened, so you know.
So he's nodding his head and looking quite awkward and much less cheerful than when you originally saw him. He's obviously still bummed about his friend and not quite sure what to do about you guys. Yes, the fashion show, I would still like for it to happen tomorrow. And I do still have 6 pairs of anitas already tailored to you. Where'd your friend go?
He went off to get some supplies.
Sure. I suppose if you're not busy tomorrow, you could still work the show?
That does sound nice.
Yeah, that's why we came back.
All right,
I've
right.
never been a model before, but I'm sure it would be an interesting life experience.
Alexis is just pipes up here. Will there be any sailors there, you think?
Likely?
In the audience?
It's possible. This is a coastal town, and it is sort of still part of. Well, not really, but it's towards the end of the festival, so any sailors still in town might. I don't know. They. It depends on if they're interested in fashion.
And Alexis will say, so no, you don't have any sailor friends that'll be here. Okay.
No, not that I know for certain.
Alexis just is now uninterested again. It's like, okay, well, that won't work.
Well,
Hmm.
we are looking for a few good sailors for an
Nestor just kind of
endeavor.
blankly. All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Then you'll be here tomorrow at noon again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Noon can work for us.
He's nodding. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. And I'll pay you as we discussed before, and it will be fine. It sounds more like he's trying to soothe himself than you guys.
Dilly chimes in here and says, so what are the plans for the presentation? Do you need any help?
No. It's all prepared. It was prepared several days ago, as you might recall, minus the actual anitas.
Dilly is just trying to start a party. If that doesn't go anywhere, she's done. She's like, we can jazz this up, but if he doesn't seem to want to, that's fine.
He's just sort of standing there, awkward, more so than in the beginning. Like, he was awkward before, but in a cheerful way, and now he's awkward in a my best friend's dead, but also hated me kind of way.
Are you okay, Nestor? You seem kind of down.
And he gets almost like cartoon eyes, and his eyes well up. No, I'm not okay.
Oh, friend.
Galatea will walk over to him and put her big hand on his head and goes, "It's okay. We're your friends, right?"
He bursts into tears and just like almost well, definitely awkwardly, like grabs onto her leg and just starts sobbing into her leg.
Oh.
There. It's okay.
So yeah, awkward little slightly aged satyr man crying onto the leg of a giant earth elemental lady.
Oh.
Watch out for the erosion.
Mira is also like going to like hug the both of them awkwardly.
Oh, okay. We're doing this now.
Yes, we're doing this now.
Are we in the storefront?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in his
This-
store.
Yeah, this
What?
room with all the tile on the floor is his storefront.
What kind of stuff's in here?
Clothing.
Oh,
But it
Just
is
clothing?
pretty clothing.
Yeah, it's very nice clothing.
Mhm.
A lot of the stuff is purple. But not all of it. And a lot of it, especially the stuff that's like on the display, is purple because those are like very cutting edge designs, and you'd probably a store where you'd get that special made shape, sizes, colors for you by this guy here.
Mhm.
So there is a limited supply of stuff on the shelves that can be bought as is, but it's a tailor shop, so more he would expect for someone to come in and order something.
Mhm.
gotcha.
So yeah, he lets himself cry for probably a good 5 minutes if Galatea lets him just hang on that long.
I mean, I feel like Galatea doesn't know what is appropriate for people like in this situation, so she's just like continues to just pat his head. It's like my what was she wearing like a long dress like kilt, or was she wearing like pants? I
If
don't
I remember
remember.
correctly,
Probably a battle robe or something.
I believe that yeah.
Yeah, so she's just like my clothes are getting wet.
Well, she
it's
wouldn't be
okay."
wearing pants because
Yeah.
those don't exist yet.
Nobody does yet.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Is
like
this-
you're
smock.
hoping more like a centurion or what Wonder Woman would wear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A little leather flap skirt thing.
Flap skirt.
Yeah.
She just kind of like imagine she just lets him kind of cry it out because she doesn't know like if this is normal behavior or what. So she's just like, "Oh, okay, all right."
And Mira is comforting both of them.
Yeah.
So she's kind of like patting Galatea, like, hey, yeah, this is awkward, but it's okay. And also, patting Nestor, like, it's okay, buddy. I know it's been a rough time. Don't worry.
So he gives himself that 5 minutes and really just soaks up the attention that the two of you are giving him. And finally lets Galatea go and does one of these arm sniffles, rubs it on his side. Whatever, he's a tailor, he can clean that up real good later. And
He's a tailor, not a dry cleaner.
he knows how
Damn
to
it,
cloth.
Jim.
Yes, and kind of sits back a little against the wall and looks around at everybody and looks up at Galatea in the mirror and does another sniffle. Thank you, I really needed that. I can't believe Adras would do that to me. So that's a big sigh.
Neighbors would try and comfort him, though I personally don't know how.
Okay.
Alexis is just having that Winnie the Pooh think over there in the corner, saying things like, well, it floats on top of the water and then the wind blows it. How hard could it be? He's trying to convince himself he can figure it out.
How
He
do
does
both
not
go?
care that Nestor
How
is crying
do-
at all.
How do both do?
Yeah,
How do
I can
both
figure this out, I think.
So yeah, he picks himself up a little bit, and a little bit of his previous personality that you saw shines through. He seems much more cheerful as to how he was mere moments before. Oh yes, I'll see the lot of you tomorrow at noon. I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
She gives him like one more little pat on the head.
All right. Thank you again. And he looks a little bit bashful.
Well then,
It's okay, friend. All right. Now,
wish them a good day. Farewell. And I guess head out.
Yeah, so we were gonna meet here after you found supplies, right?
Either here or the boat.
Okay. Well, then we can just go back to the boat if we wanted to, unless somebody wants to do anything.
Yes, would you like to do anything in town, everyone? Perhaps acquire supplies of your own?
Well, so I guess that's the question.
Yeah.
Were you going to pick up supplies for everybody or just for yourself?
No, for everybody.
For the
journey. I took a collection from a couple people to get like food for everybody, water, fresh fruit, you know.
Okay.
The stuff I could get without having to need like a dedicated crew or somebody who actually knows this. I'll be like, hey, you need this, dumbass.
Right.
How much money did you take?
I think I got like 3 gold from a couple people.
At least 23 because I gave you the sack.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then I guess while you're getting supplies, the rest of us could maybe head to the pier, head to where the water district is.
Sure.
Yeah. See if we can't get advice / willing adventurers.
Hey, we're adventurers.
Yeah.
Maybe someone will pay.
We're just not
us.
willing.
Definitely not.
Nice. All right. I don't have a pier, but we can totally be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
This isn't peer to peer.
Sorry. Well, then I guess since it's technically my boat,
Yeah.
I might know some of the stats about it. So how many, how many people do I think would take to run the sails or the oars? Yes, I've done some sailing for years, I guess, but like mostly it's all been smaller stuff. So I'm not used to. It would be more like 1 or 2 person type watercrafts rather than like crewing an entire ship.
Yeah, it's like knowledge. You could be like nature or history, or it's definitely intelligence, I think, but I don't know. Or intelligence or wisdom, book learning versus just doing it yourself. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I can try and find out.
Ability check.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Nice.
I like it. Okay.
So a whole crew.
Okay. Then I guess probably I'll look for the oarsman because that's guaranteed power versus the sails. Well, I don't know. I mean, do sails always work, right?
As long as there's wind.
As long as there's wind.
Yeah. Even if there's a little bit, because you can adjust them.
Yeah, I know you can like cut and bob and weave or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, sail terms.
Sail.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I guess I'll look for maybe 10 people. Coxswain. That's the person who drives it.
Did you get closer to the mic to say that?
I did.
Okay.
Say Coxswain.
Thank you.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, it's still a 4. What do you mean? Remember what?
You don't remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I was like, what was I thinking about to try and remember? Okay.
Do you remember
Then
sailing involves water.
Ship stuff. Yeah, ship stuff. You know, can't think of it. You feel like maybe there's something else you should remember, but you can't remember. So fuck it, I guess.
Well, if we get an experienced crew, it should be fine.
yeah.
Theoretically.
So then I'll make my way down the pier and see. Actually, I guess, is there like a naval tavern around here, or do I see a place where looks like a bunch of the sailor types are hanging out?
So when you head to the harbor, it's not a huge harbor. This isn't a big city, but it's a fairly sizable harbor. It looks like it's pretty well taken care of. There are currently 3 sizable ships in that port. And you see the harbor itself has an office. Like a pretty nice little office over on the docks. And beyond the harbor, from opposite the direction you approach, there does look to be a tavern.
Okay. Then I guess if there is an office type, I would head into there and inquire about hiring a crew.
Oops, when you head in, there seems to hold on. Using Z as your push to talk when you have notes is going to mean that you have a line of Z's in your notes.
Just like me.
Just like me.
Yeah. All right. When you head into the office, there is one guy in there. Doesn't look up from his desk. It's actually pretty nice inside of this office. It doesn't quite look out of place because the rest of the harbor seems really taken care of, but it seems like this guy's doing pretty well for himself. So,
Okay.
he doesn't look up from whatever notes he's messing with, but he does greet you. Evening. You know it's not evening, but evening.
Hi. I am looking to hire a crew to sail a vessel of mine.
Sort of tilts his head and looks up, and that's not really what sort of crew?
I'm looking for a crew of about maybe 10.
Kind of gives you a once over, and well, I handle more of the docking here, sometimes the supply runs. I don't necessarily handle the people most of the time. The ships handle that themselves. There's a couple of listings. Gives his nose a little scritch. Over there, points to a board. But you may just want to ask I don't know if the ships would take kindly, actually, to you trying to hire away some of their crew. I'd maybe hit up the tavern over there. It's called the Missing Mast.
Okay, I can definitely do that. Thank you for the information.
Mm-hmm. That back down at his stuff. And
Are we all in here?
if you went with him.
Yeah, I mean,
Would it be big enough for 6 people to fit into?
Yeah. It
Sure, wants to be.
might be a little tight, especially with Galatea, but
As
Okay.
Once everyone starts filing in, she'll like crouch down and see it's tight fit. She's like, "Oh, I guess I'll just wait outside then."
I'll wait
I'll
till
check
we.
the board.
okay.
Also, I'll wait until we start to leave, and then I'll use my thieves' cant to talk to the person. Just be like, "Hello, brother. How are you?" To see if he responds.
Okay. Remind me when we start to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Philip, you're checking the board?
Yeah, he mentioned a board of, I'm not sure, prospects.
Yeah. Basically, I'm in town looking for a job type board. There are only 3 things pinned up there. One of the papers is badly stained, has just a name and a location on it. And the other 2 look a little bit more upstanding.
Well, I'll I guess read all 3 to see. Well, I guess if one's just a name and an address, that's useless to me. I don't know what skill set it is. They could be selling something for all I know. So I'll go with the other 2.
Right. Conveniently, both of them say that they are staying at the Missing Mast. And they appear to be a pair of brothers. One of them is a cook. Both of them claim that they can be general crew, know how to work the ropes, if you will. And one of them, the other one who's not a cook, claims to be a bosun.
Okay. Well, I will take note of their 2 names.
Which
And,
are...
Romulus and Remus.
Romulus and Remus, no. There's Sadi and Jiro.
Can you say that again?
Yeah.
Sadi and Jiro.
Okay. Then I will leave and thank the guy behind the counter or desk or whatever he's at, and head over to the missing mast.
All right. When you leave, Mr. Birdman,
Mm-hmm.
the guy at the desk does give you an odd look, like maybe he knows what's going on, but he just kind of shakes his head at you and looks down at his paper again.
All right. I'll follow.
As you approach the Missing Mast, it is not as well taken care of as the docks and that office, but it's still not too shabby. As far as if you've ever seen a seaside tavern, if any of you characters have, it's actually pretty good. Not too seedy looking, at least on the outside. It's definitely heavily laden in nautical BS, though. Like, have you ever seen so many conch shells?
Yes.
Probably
Yes.
since some
Like
of
a
you
typical,
have lived on the seafloor, but yeah. Typical.
I would say it's like, a typical place that you rent on the ocean front for a week, so it's just shells everywhere.
There's shells everywhere. Most of the wind chimes are shells or driftwood. And then there's like nets, but really nice nets, not nets you would actually use, like draped as curtains and whatnot. And this is all just the outside.
Then yeah, looks nice, as well as it can be, and I'll head inside.
Yep.
Does it have those like Western style half doors, saloon doors, or are they just normal doors?
Roll for no. It's just
It doesn't even have a door.
it's a pretty normal, just regular door. Opens easily. And when you go inside, you are greeted with probably like 3 or 4 voices just ahoy! Like that's practiced. You get the feeling that maybe the person who started this tavern has not actually ever been a sailor, but just styled the tavern after what they heard about sailors.
Zephyrus has now picked up how to mimic ahoy!
Nice. So it's got all the knickknacks and stuff on the walls.
Oh yeah, like
Gotta have the flair.
spears, whaling spears, and one of the walls actually just has like a whole half a boat stuck in it, buoys, all that kind of crap. little girl, maybe like 15, jaunts up to the bunch of you. Hello, welcome to the missing mast. How can I help you?
Hi. Can I get a what time is it?
Ahoy!
Out of character. Out of character. Is it early morning or?
What was it? I think it was like midday.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not too early to drink. Then I'll say
Never too early.
to drink.
Wow, jinx.
I'll ask for a round for everybody here. How 8 of us, 7? I don't know. Not 100% how many of us are here, but however many there are.
Everybody minus Theros plus Zephys and
7.
Pelopitis.
Mhm.
7 people total.
And Piko.
Just Piko drink?
Okay.
Probably not.
Not by.
Yeah, I'll say it's
Oh,
probably
yeah,
a good
horses like
idea.
alcohol.
That doesn't
yeah,
mean we
7
should
drinks.
give it to them.
Mm.
Okay.
She seems quite happy to take your order, but then asks, so you want a table then also?
Sure. We'll sit here in the corner.
She just kind of, okay, sure, yeah. And scuttles off, being very confused by someone picking their own table.
So yeah, I'll pick a table, and then depending on how big the table is itself, maybe grab another chair or two to add to it.
You
And
start a
then-
fight with a pirate crew over stealing their chairs, their booty
Ha!
seats.
I'm sure we'll win.
No.
Okay, then basically I'm trying to set up some seats so that
Sure.
other people have a place to sit down in a second.
Sure. Right, so you take over a corner. There's a fairly sizable round-ish table over there. It does look kind of weathered, but you get the feeling that it was done sort of on purpose.
Ugh. Fucking intentionally distressed shit.
Is there anything entertaining or lewd carved into the table we're at?
It's about to be.
Oh. Give me an investigation roll.
Let us decipher these runes.
Investigation.
What does I heart your mom mean?
That looks like Johnson.
You, as you sit down, you see an elongated shape in the table, and because you're a little bit of a perv, you start to go, but it's just a knot in the wood. Sorry.
A knot, you say?
Gross. So yeah, the bunch of you sit down. Quickly enough, the girl brings you your round. Did you specify what you wanted?
Just beer, ale, whatever.
All right. Then you get some miscellaneous ale all around the table.
Do I need to?
How busy
Cost
is this
anything?
place?
I was like, think Red Lobster.
At what time?
I thought you said how big. How busy is this place?
How busy is it?
Yeah,
right
not
now?
not super busy right now. There's probably like 4 other sizable groups and maybe
Oh.
2 couples.
I can't really disappear into the crowd right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, it does cost you. I'm still bad at money, so let's say like 6 silver. Does that sound right?
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
Close enough.
Great.
For a drink for everybody.
You know, overpriced like
Yeah.
Red Lobster would be.
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Then once we get the drinks, I will, I guess, sort of look around, and I guess actually when she brings the drinks over and I pay, I ask her if she knows who these 2 brothers are, the cook and the bosun.
Oh, Sadi and Jiro? Yeah, I know them. They're right over there. And she points to one of the couples of people. They come here every day and get And she just names off some weird, unique tea.
Okay. Well, then I will head over to the brothers and ask them if they're looking for work, and if so, please join us over at our table.
They look up as you approach, and for as cheerful as everybody here sort of seems, the two of them look kind of suspiciously at you. Why is this stranger walking up to our table? And when you explain yourself, they immediately switch on the whole businessman. Ah, yes. So they go from, what do you want, to, oh, yes, sir. Yes, kind sir. How are you today?
It's basically Greek deed, right?
What?
Instead of indeed, you know, it says it's Greek, it's Greek deed.
Sure.
Are these
How dare
two
you?
brothers humanoid?
Yes, they are actually just regular ass humans.
Okay.
Thank
And do they
you.
look like brothers?
No.
Then yeah, would you care to join us at our table? We have a possible business opportunity for you.
Jiro gives you kind of like a, you talk kind of funny, huh? His brother, like, snaps his head around, like, bro, don't talk to the boss that way, come on. I'm just saying. And, Sadi kind of just, like, pushes Jiro's face away, like, don't pay attention, he's fine, don't listen to him. We'll come with you, sure, that's great. Thanks for coming to find us. And they get up with the normal shriek of, the chairs across the wooden floor. And fall you over. Seem friendly enough now that they know you have money, theoretically.
Very cool. Then,
Usually all it takes, you know?
Yep, most people just need some coin.
Wait, we have money.
Yeah, so I
Wait, you
point
guys
them...
got money?
You're getting paid for this? So yeah, have them sit down, and do you, out of character, do you want me to tell them the situation in character, or should I just say I tell them the story?
However you want to do it.
I didn't. I wasn't sure if you wanted to do the whole voice thing or what.
No, however you want to do it, it's fine.
Okay. So once they sit down, everybody sits down, I introduce them to everybody, and then I say, we are looking for a crew of about maybe 10 to pilot a ship of mine. It's a bit of an odd location, as it will be just out into the water, and we're not 100% sure where, but we will have a guide. Do you know more people who would want to help you help us and get paid in the process?
Well, Sadi starts before Jiro can say anything. He appears to be the brother in charge. It's a bit of a weird request. You're just going out to sea and staying at, like, where's the goal?
We are helping a deity, and I'm not sure how to phrase this, but they are not very forthcoming with the information of the location, just the directions to the location.
But you do plan on coming back at some point.
Yes, we
All right.
definitely don't want to stay out there.
all right. You had me a little worried. Doesn't sound too terrible. You're helping a god?
Yes.
Do gods pay?
I don't know, but
Alexa
I will
says
pay.
they usually take payment.
Joe does not look pleased with that particular
Yeah, I know.
dissertation.
No, the funding will be coming from us, not from
All right, so
him.
there will be pay, though. All right. What are we talking? This is where Jiro jumps in. Like, yeah, how much you got?
Well, depending on the number of people, how well of a job they can get us there and back, will depend on the compensation. But I'm thinking you guys are fairly skilled, especially if you're the cook. I'm thinking a gold a day per person now, not total. Just each of you will receive a full gold every day.
And how long's this trip?
Again, we have directions to and not the destination of.
You have no idea how long this trip is going to be.
No. No, we don't know that.
How are you planning on packing for such a trip?
Lightly?
Do you think that's smart if you don't know how long you're going to be gone?
Well, I meant like, I don't plan on taking.
And he kind of interrupts you and claps you on the shoulder like, sounds like you need more help than that. We might want to bump it up to 2 gold a day. And then we can just tell everybody that we get for you a gold a day. How's that sound?
I'm confused.
So, during this conversation, Zephys is going to like reach in his cloak and pull out one of his feathers, and then like he has like a little piece of paper or parchment, and like he dips his feather in his drink and like writes in his on the piece of paper using like it's gonna be blushed anyways, right? But also uses thieves' cant to write a note and pass it to the 2 people across the table.
Jiro's the one that grabs it since Suddy is talking.
And it essentially says, do you want to help these people, or do you want to help rob these people blind?
Wow.
I like it.
Hold on. Let me do a roll.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good thinking from a rogue.
Do you like me? Yes. No. That's what I thought the note was. Yeah.
What is that? /R
1d2? Probably.
What a coin. He looks at the paper and kind of goes, looks at his brother, see if he's paying attention. He doesn't have a pen of his own necessarily, so he folds it up and gives a light cough and I'll be right back. Gives you a significant look, gets up and walks over to the table they were at for a sec.
Okay. Is he staying there, or is he expecting me to follow him?
If you don't follow immediately, he kind of looks at you again like, bro, come on, what's up?
So I'll get up and walk over. taking my drink with me.
He that's what he does when he gets there, is he picks up his drink that he left. And he takes a long sip from it and he looks at you like, are they worth it?
Sorry, Brandon, is that a question?
Mm-hmm.
Seth is just kind of like, they have own ship and lots of money, potentially. Could be big payout.
So you don't know? How are they to work with?
Good. Trustworthy.
So
Easy to have guard down. Ish.
I don't know. I like to work with trustworthy people generally, because they'll actually pay you in the end. It won't dump you overboard. Ever had that happen? It sucks.
I can fly.
All right, I see that. Dumb question. Sorry. Yeah, he's kind of on the line. You can tell this guy's greeny, but
Mm-hmm. And
also
obviously he understands thieves can't.
yeah. But also seems like maybe he's trying to do the whole turn your life around thing. So
Mhm.
while he definitely seems interested in some fast, easy money, he kind of also, if what Zephyr says is true, that they'll definitely pay, and theoretically pay well, that might just be easier.
Mm-hmm.
So
He just kind of nods, like, okay, you pass. And then turns around and sits down. Or goes back to the table.
right. Before you leave, you see the like color drain out of his face. Shit! Everybody hears him say that too. He comes back over with his drink and sits down next to his brother, and Sadi looks at him like, the fuck was that, man? Guys, I forgot something. Kind of ruffles his hair. It looks a little awkward. I forgot something, and your friend here helped me find it.
Zephyrus just sits back down and has his drink there and just takes his dagger and just sets it on the table.
So meanwhile, Sadi has been trying to convince Nerus that if the two of them, him and his brother, are gonna help you guys find the rest of your crew, they would like to be paid 2 gold a day. And they'll just tell the rest of the crew that they help you find that the pay is 1 gold a day.
Oh, okay.
You're taking on a managerial position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I can agree to those terms.
Alexos kind of sits up and stiffens. He sees that the deal's about to happen. And he says, there's one thing I need to know before we start. If you'll allow me. And,
What?
you know, he looks into his eyes and he says, how does a ship work?
Oh man, I should have charged
Just in
you
general.
more. Sadi says, kind of half joking. Should have charged you guys more. That's a big question, friend. There's a lot of things that go into making a ship work.
You can take your time. He sits back.
Kind of looks
He's
at
not-
Nerus like, is he serious?
He's not from around here, so yeah, some things he just doesn't understand.
I mean, none of you look like you're from around here.
I've spent a fair bit of time on the water.
Yeah, but is that where you're from? And he gives you a look, and he gives you Alexos a look.
Yes. He looks around like, yeah, of course.
Okay, sure.
Like, is that not normal? He completely is like, yeah, totally.
Duh.
Okay.
So, just to be a good sport,
Yeah.
he does actually start to explain to you very briefly
Right.
about how lines on the ship work and the basic way that a ship is formed, the structure, the hull wise, so that it will float and not capsize.
And I mean, Alexos is just going to be harping on him. Like, if this is going to go forward, he's going to try and learn how a ship works from this guy.
Okay. This is
That's just basically it.
probably going to be a long explanation.
Oh,
so-
yeah. Well, I don't mean like right now, you know.
Okay. So he'll just go right
In
into
the
it because
future.
he still thinks this is him getting hired. So he's gonna
Like an interview question.
yeah, unless somebody stops him or like maybe Theros shows up with stuff.
Well, Theros doesn't
Let's
know
do
where
that
they went,
stuff.
remember?
That's
You're
right.
right.
They all Theros is just shopping. He's just like, I need stuff.
D-
Alexis wouldn't let it go on for too long if it seems like he's really getting into it.
Yeah,
Um,
he's gonna talk until you're happy because he thinks he's still being hired.
Well, he says, I'm going to get a notebook. We can do this later. And
Alright.
he just gets up from the table.
Okay. Kind of looks back at Neros. Should I charge him for lessons?
That would be between you and him.
Yeah. So he kind of grumbles to himself, like, did I really just do that? So do we have a deal? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
All right. Then
You and your brother will earn 2 gold a day for the trip there and back. Everyone else, 1 gold a day. And you will help us find and recruit these remaining people.
yeah. I got you for that. I'm also gonna insist you let me do a supply check before we go, because you don't sound. No offense, buddy. You don't sound like you know what you're talking about as far as how much we're gonna need and what we're gonna need.
Nero sort of scratches his chin, like, that sounds fair. I can agree to that as well.
And you'll cover the supplies. I'm not doing that. This is your voyage.
Of course.
Sounds good. All right. Then he gets up from the chair and sort of like grabs Jiro by the collar and pulls him up with him. Jiro looks very surprised. We're gonna go now. We're gonna find you the people you need. When are you leaving?
So out of character. Is Piko with us?
Yeah. If
As a
Delilah's
little
with
green
you,
child.
Piko. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a
probably-
bird.
It's probably a bird at this point.
Okay. Is there any way, like, I feel like that having literally no idea
Actually,
how
hold
far
on.
we're going.
Who has the bottle right now?
Theros does.
Theros does, yeah.
Then Piko is with Theros.
Ah,
Oh, he loves that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh, it's great.
If you took the bottle, Piko went with you.
But did he know who had the bottle?
Yeah, it came out.
Yeah, towards
okay,
the end,
okay.
yeah.
Because he kept being very nosy, and Theros was like, I don't care anymore, just here. Everybody listen to this bottle, see who can fucking talk to the bottle.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember Antoine's character's name.
Pelopidas?
Elias.
Yep.
Pelopidas.
Yeah.
Would he be with us?
Yes.
Yeah, he's right.
Does he know about how long it'll take us to get to the destination?
No, because he doesn't know where you're going either.
You know, Poseidon works in mysterious ways now, doesn't he?
The cost of this trip is greatly weighing on Neros' mind.
What you talking about? You stole all that gold from that chest.
Yeah,
He wants to keep it.
that's my gold.
Yeah.
And no one else's gold but mine.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So
I mean, we could have gone the Theros route and just not done this.
we could. That's very true. We could just stop everything.
Yeah. Just walk inland in search of adventure.
No,
Chuck the
you've already
bottle into the
decided.
ocean.
You've already decided you're going on a
It'll
sea
eventually
voyage.
get there.
You're going.
Yep. Yeah, I don't.
Just need a
Because
side hustle.
Yeah, without the destination, it feels very awkward to try and buy supplies.
Mm.
Whether we're buying supplies for a week, a month, a year.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Alexos, he was in the military. He would know something about logistics. I don't know if I would have to roll for that. If we could use that knowledge. But the only thing that he could think of is we take for, 10 days and we go out 5 days. And if we're not there, we just turn around. But that's the only thing I can think of.
Not a bad strategy. You could always, well, both of you give me,
Mhm.
I guess, intelligence rolls.
Sure. Oh, yeah, dummy thick.
Nice.
This is going to be great. Oh, hey, good.
Nice.
Hey, okay.
All right. +0.
Both of you have
Sorry,
definitely been turning over in your head how the frick to figure out
Right.
how much supplies you need. And it occurs to you both that you do have a set of directions. You just have to figure out what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Did it occur to either of them that they already sent someone to buy supplies without telling them how much they needed?
No.
Yeah.
We seem to be of the mindset that out of sight, out of mind.
Gotcha.
Alexos literally doesn't care about supplies. It's like, whatever. If the boat sinks, I'll just swim the rest of the way. Honestly.
If I get
So
hungry,
he's the wrong person.
I'll go get a fish.
Right. He is the wrong person to ask about this part.
Okay. Then
But yeah, we can we remember what the instructions were exactly?
Neither of you have heard the full set of instructions.
Okay.
The only person who has is Piko.
Okay. Then Alexis will say, let's meet up with Theros. He's probably having this problem right now. Maybe. Or maybe he knows. Maybe that's why he left. Well, maybe we can meet him at the boat and then figure it out. Alexis is just kind of like, I don't know.
All right. So,
Nerus is going to ask the two gentlemen
Mhm.
if they know where the harbor, not the harbor, the alcove that we've been camping at is.
oh yeah, that's the party beach, yeah.
Okay, that's where our boat's at.
Did you tie it up?
Is that it? Will it escape?
Yes, boats. You didn't tie it up.
No.
That could be a problem, man. And he starts like trying not to laugh, but also not being very good at it. You need to. Let's go. And he claps you on the shoulder and starts leading you out of the place.
Alexis
Okay.
will say as we're walking, but do ships that come out of magical, do they?
Let's not go over that part.
Okay.
Now.
Oh, okay.
So he is actually hurrying you back towards the beach, because if you didn't tie up the boat and you unstuck it from the sand, which you did, you might have an issue.
Zephyrus is going to fly to see if he can get to the ship, or at least flying up high enough and then dive down to see if the ship's there or not.
Give me perception. Alright.
It's almost a 1.
You definitely can see the boat from where you are. It has floated a bit away from the dock, or from the beach, but not super far. You see that line you used to drag it away from the beach still sort of trailing off towards the beach there.
Yeah, I'll just.
You imagine between yourself and your watery friends, you could probably get it back without too much issue. There's a couple of people on the beach looking at this boat that's just floating away. Unsure of what's going on.
Kind of
Don't
how
worry
like a eagle dives. I'm gonna, or Zephyrus would dive down, grab the rope, and then eventually try and pull it. But I mean, I'm probably not gonna go a whole lot of places with it. But you know, at least keep it maybe from.
It takes you a while to actually get there, since
Yeah.
your fly speed is like 50.
Yeah.
You didn't go like super far from it, but probably take you, I don't know, like 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I figured I would just get there for everybody else so I could start grabbing it
Yeah.
and trying to
Sure.
pull it back in while everybody else got there.
Luckily, nobody decided to steal it while you were gone. Everybody
If
is
they did,
still...
we'd get it
Bad
back.
news.
Oh
That
yeah,
would've
that's
been
true.
bad news if they had.
That'd been
Yeah.
funny. All right.
These are things adventurers don't think about. Whatever, it's fine. We'll just kill them too. I mean, adventure, right? Yes.
Yes, adventure. All right, Theros. Did you want to RP your time getting stuff and hanging out with Piko?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Minus the second part.
I mean, you have to hang out with Piko.
Your best friend.
So when you...
Best friend. I've actually been doing math while you guys were talking about the boat.
Yeah.
I've been like, oh yeah, what supplies? Okay, so that's how much that would be. Like, this is at this size. Because like I said, Theros he pretty much worked on boats to get here because he didn't have any fucking money.
Okay.
Very nice.
So
he
the
probably,
one person who would have been great to have with you for that is actually going and doing the job already.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Piko has transformed into a bird because he knows that you hate the little kid noise.
screeching child noise. That's
Yeah.
good call. I appreciate that.
He tries to ride around on your horn. Up to you whether or not you let that fly.
Yeah, I let it. You know,
Right.
it's the least invasive place for him to be.
Mhm.
Just kind of hanging out on the you know the bell curve of one of my horns.
As a bird, he tries now and then to whistle you a song. See if you're into it.
Depends how good the song is. Is it? I mean, he's not used to being a bird, so is it terribly off key?
Let's
Is
see
it
now.
like if the first time a child tries to whistle, he's just one note as loud as he can?
I'm just imagining a horse neighing, but through a whistle. Yeah.
So now I have 2 lines of Z's in the little type in box here.
Z's.
Piko is actually surprisingly good at whistling. At bird whistling for some reason. Don't know why.
Maybe he's never heard
Nice.
before.
Yeah, I guess. You rolled a 18, so you're
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm just like,
Yeah. all right, cool, okay.
Cat jam.
yeah.
As you pass by people on your way to the markets, they seem very impressed by this little bird that you've trained to sing so wonderfully. Yeah, they're like, man, that's. Some people like clap for you guys as you go.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
And
Oh,
now
it's
Paladin Bard.
It's all him.
Sometimes he'll do a little bow as somebody claps. And then they clap louder because they're like, wow, you did such a good job with your bird. And Piko he's not even.
No, it's all him. Don't worry. I didn't.
Do you have
It's
a
not
cup you
mine.
could shake?
A cup. Walking, busking.
No, Theros doesn't know what busking is.
All right. Where do you head?
Yeah, head to like the market, probably where dry goods and provisions would be.
Okay.
You know, people the people sell, their goods and wares for probably the base, like where a townsfolk would go, not where a tourist would go.
You do see a number of stands, not so much for dry goods and whatnot, but definitely for festival food. And then sort of behind those, you see the normal, quote unquote, normal market as you go along the main street. The festival stalls are a little bit in the way, but if you wiggle, because you're a big guy, you can get past them into the actual shop fronts.
Pardon me, I don't want to knock anything over. Mind the horns and tail.
So the first shop you head into, you see it's kind of a bakery, not exactly a bakery, because you also see grains, unprocessed grains, and dried foods and stuff. There's a woman and a small child behind the main counter, and she's just kind of playing with the kid as people are browsing through the store. She looks up long enough to give you a nod, hey, welcome, and then goes back to playing with the kid.
Yeah, he'll make his way up to the counter.
Mm-hmm. Piko sings them a little song as you approach. The kid is enthralled.
I'll kind of like put my hand up with like a finger out, see if Piko jumps onto it.
And he absolutely does. Still singing, kind of doing like a little bird dance with his little bobby head bird. Yep.
Yeah. Pretty cool. While they're talking, I'll be like, I was wondering if I could I need some supplies for a sea voyage. I know bread doesn't keep long, but I was wondering if you had any, a few loaves of bread just to make the other supplies go longer.
The woman is also transfixed by Piko, but does listen to you. And when you finish, she looks up towards you. Yes. Would you want loaves, or would you be more interested in hardtack? We do have hardtack.
Both actually.
All right. How much? How much of each do you need?
I need enough to space out over a month, about, I'd say.
All right.
Just in case. Not sure with the, how tumultuous the seas can be. So better to have more than not enough.
What how about a week and a half of bread? I can't promise you it'll last any longer than that, depending on your voyage. And then we can fill the rest in with hardtack?
That sounds perfect.
All right. And she like looks at the kid and back. I'm going to leave him here for a second. Is that all right?
As long as the bird hasn't hypnotized, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, it seems like it. And she like swishes her hand in front of the kid's face. Mom, I want to see. She gets
It's
up.
that weird bird again, Ma.
Ma, the bird that stole the bottle. I told you there was a bird that stole a bottle, Ma.
Blink, bird, blink.
Yeah. So, yes. She gets up and pats the kid on the head again. Ma. And he goes around and grabs a sack from behind the counter and starts wandering the store, pulling a couple things off the shelf here and there, and then wanders into the back after she has a fair amount of loaves. She's gone for maybe like 2 minutes.
Theros is just holding Piko on his finger, letting him dance, kind of enjoying the tune. So he's kind of his ears flick every once in a while, and just kind of nods his head back and forth.
Piko is getting increasingly just radical. Just what is this bird doing? Doing things that a bird should not be able to do, like holding on with one. Yeah. To hold on with one foot and just like doing some like weird shit with his other foot and little like weird wing twitches and stuff with some of his songs.
There's like the Michael J. Fox like bounce along the finger from Back to the Future when he's playing guitar on one little bird foot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just being a bit ridiculous. But it certainly does keep the kid in thrall for the 2 or 3 minutes that his mom is gone. She comes back out with 2 sacks that she looks to be struggling with slightly.
I'll put Piko down on the counter for a second and go help her.
She looks very thankful. Thank you. A month is a long time. And she keeps the one that has the bread to sort of keep it from smooshing itself, but hands you off the hardtack, and it's sizable and heavy because it's very smooshed, granular food. So she heads up back behind the counter again.
I'll like tie it off to his waist pretty much, like counterbalance each bag.
So she goes back around to the counter. What did you figure for the price for?
Well, altogether, for everything I planned on buying, was going to be in the realm of 15 gold, 13 silver, and 10 copper.
That's very specific.
Yeah, I mean, that was just the base prices that popped up, and that was for water, bread, meat, and cheese. I took the price of cheese and threw produce in there, like vegetables and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or fruits and vegetables, because don't want to get scurvy.
So she goes around the counter and puts the bread up there gently so it's not too squishy. So the bread will come to about... She stops and she looks over at Piko, still just absolutely entertaining her son. Let's say everything will come to about 30 silver. Does that sound all right to you?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, you can tell that is a fair discount.
Leave the bird and it's free. Done.
Yep.
So this 30 silver for a week and a half of bread. She assumed for about 10-ish people. And the hardtack would be the leftover month part. So that's quite a deal. You're not sure why other than Piko.
Notice that Theros doesn't really know the price of things.
The bird is the word.
She has a thing for minotaurs.
Oh my. That's the after hours show.
A little horny.
So yeah, you get all of that for a fairly reasonable price. Do you need anything else? We do have a bit of dried meats, and she sort of motions off behind your right shoulder.
Oh, wasn't sure if that was if I had to go to a different place. I'll take some of that too, actually.
I'm not sure it'll last you the whole month. It was more for the festival goers, but it will last for a couple of weeks. Is that fine?
That'll be fine with me.
All right. How much of that do you want?
As much as I can carry.
She's into trading some meats.
She kind of arcs a brow, and she's like, "Seems like you could carry a lot."
That is fair. How about half as much as I can carry?
She's hold on a sec. She points over there again. Do you think you could carry all of that over there? You look, and from what's left, you think you probably could. It would probably be as much as you could carry with all the hardtack and bread and such. Well, actually, I don't know how much you can carry, but weight-wise, you'd probably be fine. But bulk-wise, you might be at the point where, because you are so big and it's so much stuff, you might want to stop.
Haven't you ever seen a man carry groceries in? It's all or nothing.
Yeah, I definitely.
I knew I was going to come to this.
If I can get all of my grocery bags, all 20 on both arms, I do it. Fuck going to the car again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just line them up and just flex it through the door.
Yeah.
He's got horns. He can put more bags on the horns.
That is true. That is so true.
It's like handlebars on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, those be getting used for handlebars, I'm sure.
Oh my god.
You keep talking to her.
Theros comes back many hours later. I got the groceries. What's that lipstick? No, don't worry about it.
It's just the natural pattern of my fur. Haven't you noticed before? None of you ever look at me.
What's a half minotaur?
A satyr?
Yeah, I guess so.
Many years down the line. Do you have a affair with a satyr? No, I didn't. That's the honest truth. But no, you feel like you could probably carry everything that's over there if it were packed up properly. She said, I will give you all of that over there for 2 gold. What do you say?
Sounds like a deal.
All right. She very clearly wants to get rid of this. Like she said, it was for festival goers, and today's the last day of the festival.
Yeah.
So, she goes over there with yet another sack and starts packing it away for you.
Awesome. Theros like checks his weight. Like I said, he's trying to counterbalance stuff like hanging off his belt. Tucks one satchel under his arm. Kind of rests the soft bread between his horns so it doesn't get crushed by anything else. Yep. Just resting on his head, just leaning like so if he leans his head forward, it just rests against the horns.
All right, cool. So when she gets that that packed up for you, sets that on the counter next to you, walks around, brushes you a little. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to. Goes back around the counter. So that brings you to 230 about, yeah?
Sounds good. I appreciate all your help, all your accommodating me.
Oh, you took care of the kid and took care of my supply. I couldn't have asked for a better customer.
I appreciate it. I'll drop another gold, leave another gold on the counter.
Aren't you sweet?
If we end up back through here, I'm sure we'll peruse through here again.
That'd be great. Have a good voyage. Be safe.
Thank you. Have a good rest of the festival.
And the kid is crestfallen as Piko starts to leave with you. Mom, can I get a bird? No. Mom, I want a bird.
No. You're not going to feed it. You're not going to clean up after
it. Birds are so messy.
It's going to die.
I'll take care of it.
Tell you it ran away to a different island.
Yeah. Birds are so messy. No, I'll take care of it. You're so messy. So you head off.
This the last thing I would need is just I guess I'd have to come back for it. Kegs of fresh water.
Unless you wanted to look for produce, you did not get any here.
Oh, that's right. Produce, yeah. Produce, vegetables, fruits.
Yep. Piko continues his little show. You want to head to another shop, or what do you want to do?
How long were they gone? Because I feel like I could possibly make a trip back to the boat and then back again.
I don't know. Maybe an hour? Hour and a half? You guys weren't gone very long before you found your new friends.
Nope, not too long.
Fuck it, I'll just go for the produce, come back for water later.
Okay. That's easy enough to pick up. You, much like with the woman in the grain shop, there are a number of people in the festival booths who are trying to get rid of their wares so that they don't have to take them back with them. So you actually are able to find some pretty good deals on not necessarily the bottom of the barrel produce, but if you're willing to settle for, stuff that people don't want to take back with them, it might spoil in the next week or so. You could get some pretty cheap vegetables.
We'll get some of those, but we'll also get some riper fruits and vegetables that'll last a little longer, so it doesn't feel like I just didn't screw them in the bottom of the barrel for food.
Well, you know that it's not gonna last very long at sea anyway, so
right.
With the exception of certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Check our mostly edible rack.
What were the 2 barrels that we found inside of the cave?
Water.
Yeah, water.
Okay.
Like we could steal those.
But salt water or fresh water?
Stagnant.
It was stagnant. Yeah, that's right.
Was it?
Don't drink that.
I remember Dilly looking into them, hoping for alcohol. It was not alcohol. I remember it being water that we couldn't drink for some reason. I don't remember what reason, though.
I was pretty sure it was regular water. We can always check that because we have VODs.
Yeah. I can't remember. I mean, because Dilly would still be upset if it was just drinkable water, so that's why I'm not sure. So
I'm pretty sure it was just water.
Okay.
So you could steal them, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's somebody's cave, Pelopidas.
Nope.
He said it was his cave, didn't he?
No.
He claimed it.
I mean, kind of.
Alexos believes him.
Sure. All right. Do you want to RP getting that stuff, or you want to head back?
No, let's RP it out if you want.
Up to you, man.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Can see how many illegitimate children I can have here. I mean,
my
yes,
God.
a lot.
Nice.
Speed
Oh.
run.
Oh my god. Nah, there's where the nut button is.
Everybody line up.
Oh, wow.
This in one go and then I'm out.
Why do
Right.
I keep hearing Brandy? I just see Theros singing Brandy.
You're a fine girl.
Yeah. He's gonna love him and leave him for the sea.
Do do do.
Yeah, and now it's in your head too. Enjoy.
There are worse songs to get stuck in your head.
Absolutely.
All right. So you pop by a couple stalls. There's a whole lot of you just pointing out that, you know, if you give me this at such and such price, you don't have to take it back with you. A lot of them being like, "You right. You right." And then you stop off at a mostly fruits but some vegetables emporium.
It's fine. I mostly need the citrus fruits anyway.
Yes.
Mm.
The smell of citrus does hit you full on in the face as you enter the shop, in fact. It is a seaside town, and they know what people need here.
Is it like walking into a lush or?
Similar, but just the citrus scent. Lemon, lime, grapefruit, orange.
Mhm.
Once again, you're greeted by the people inside. The woman behind the counter there appears to be in deep conversation already with a man, but she does, "Hello, greetings, thank you for coming in," and goes back to what she's doing.
Is he a customer or is he another employee? Is he behind the counter with her or is...
No, they're like, he's on the other side of the counter. He looks to be a customer.
Okay.
But he doesn't seem to have anything that he's purchasing.
They're also just wait for a minute or two, see if it's like playful banter or if it's
It's definitely, they're definitely like leaning across the counter and doing a little bit of the, "Oh yeah, well you, blah, blah, blah." So if that goes on for a minute with him sort of standing there waiting to be helped, she will stop what she's doing and sort of say, "I'm sorry, can I help you? I didn't realize you needed something."
Yes, I'm here to make a purchase of some produce.
She kind of gives you a look like, "Well, yes. Do you need something pointed out, or what do you need?"
No, more the fact that I need a bulk order.
Oh, certainly. What specifically are you looking for? And she sort of turns, "Raldo! Oh!" Just in case. And you see an older gentleman exit the back room, slightly poke his head out. "What?"
I need enough citrus fruits and produce for a sea voyage, probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Did you change that on purpose?
To what?
The first one you said was a month.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
3 weeks, a month. You know, we'll either be dead or starved by then. So
Sure.
Mm.
Do you have a specific kind or just a mixture that you're looking for?
Oranges, limes, grapefruit.
So a mixture of everything. All right. Well,
Great.
A melange.
Less
Oh my
grapefruit.
God.
Don't stick me with those shit fruits.
Whoa.
Wow.
Well.
Shots fired.
Roldo, did you hear this nice man's order?
I'll say
What?
it right now. Fuck grapefruit.
So she
That's
calls
a
whole
Roldo
different
over.
show. Thank
Huh?
you.
What?
Don't worry about
Mm-mm.
No, we're not talking about the grapefruit technique here.
it.
Yipes. So, when it's very clear that the older man does not understand what's going on, she waves him over. He ambles over with his old man gait. What is it? What? Help this man with his order. He needs limes, grapefruits. Don't stick me with too many of that shit fruit. And oranges. What? Says the old man, not quite sure what that means.
What a shit fruit is?
Yes. We don't. What is... What?
What is a shit fruit?
Yes.
Isn't that taro? No, duro?
Durian.
Durian. That's
That is the shit fruit.
That, yeah.
So yes. Roldo will amble up door with you.
And one durian to hide somewhere on the boat.
Oh no.
Well, suddenly we have learned that Theros has a little bit of a practical joker side. You all fucked.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Roldo will lead you around the store. Kind of slowly. He's an old guy. Picking up.
At one point, Theros literally like picks him up and puts him on his shoulder. His free arm is like, "This is taking forever. I have places to be."
No. He looks very surprised, but then kind of like almost childly joyous. Oh!
Because he has to walk anywhere.
And I
It's
mean,
like he's flying.
yeah, you just put him up way high. It's like when you're 2, and your parent picks you up, puts you on their shoulders. You're like, shit, yeah, this is the best.
Yeah, so I'll leave the bundle I had under my arm at the counter,
Mhm.
and I'll like hold a box so he can like grab stuff and put it in, and I'll carry the box or the crate with the actual fruit in it.
So, what you have right now is several things tied to you. So,
Bread on
some
my head.
bread on your head, an old man on your shoulder, Piko probably on the other one or on top of the bread hat.
Oh,
He can't reach the horn.
He's on a horn.
Okay. And you probably look pretty ridiculous as you
That's
roam
fine.
the store gathering fruit.
Theros on a mission. Doesn't care about how he looks. He's a fucking bull man. He always looks ridiculous.
No, that's totally normal. What are you talking about?
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, old man Raldo helps you gather up what you're looking for and pats you on the shoulder next to his butt. And, is that all you need, young man? Does that look fine?
I think that'll do me. Thank you very much for your assistance.
Of course. Though I don't think you needed me really.
Well, it's better to have someone point out where things are than to look around aimlessly.
Aren't you a nice man? He pats you again, and sort of like turns a little bit on your shoulder and points back to the counter. Counter ho! As if you were like some sort of vehicle.
Yeah. Counter
I've been trying to think up a pansexual Minotaur joke with Pan's Labyrinth, and I can't make it work, but you know what I was trying to do. I just wanted to let you know.
If you bend over, I'll show you how I get through Pan's Labyrinth.
Wow.
I just couldn't get the elements together.
Sorry. Next time.
It's fine.
Next time.
Yeah.
You'll
You have
plenty of
plenty-
time to think of it.
Yeah, you have plenty of
Yeah.
time. Lots of time.
Mhm.
I'm just waiting for when we go into an actual labyrinth with the Minotaur. Won't that be fun?
Yep.
I'm going through walls. Fuck you. There's no string. There's no breadcrumbs. I'm going through walls.
We'll see. Yes. So you return to the counter with your old man friend atop your shoulder.
I'll let him down.
The woman is still doing her little cutesy game up at the counter until you approach and like you are a tall guy with an old not super small guy on your shoulder, and suddenly there's this towering being over her and she's like, all right, I suppose that works, huh? And suddenly quite ignoring the guy she was talking to just because you caught her so off guard.
I do that.
She gives the crate that you had been carrying around a once over, and how much do you think you ought to pay for this crate? I just want to know how much you think our produce is worth. You're like, what the fuck? A fair amount.
I think I should pay a fair amount.
Drop your pants.
I can't. My hands are full.
Have the
And
old man do it.
also, I don't wear pants.
Open your toga.
The guy that the one was talking to gives her a look. He's just like, Mila, don't play this game with every customer that comes in. It's rude. She pouts. But it's fun. Just give the poor... You already ignored him. Give the poor man his price and let him go.
Yes, thank you. That, please.
And she kind of shuffles her feet and does like a little bratty kick. Fine, fine.
What if my bird friend sings you a song?
What? And Piko just jumps right in and starts giving her a little like boogie. She just looks even more confused. That's impressive, certainly. She seems very distractible.
I wanted to just yell smoke bomb because she's so distracted, but that's not a therapy.
Pocket sand.
Yeah. Just run off with a
sudden bird.
Yeah. Her friend reaches across and kind of snaps in her face and right. Sorry. For all of that, I think she moves a couple of the fruits around. Did you actually look up citrus fruit?
It wasn't in the thing, so I just listed it under I took the silver cost, which was like meats and stuff like that. Meats and cheeses, I think, were like a silver and copper, different, like 3 silver, 2 copper, or something like that. So I just kind of like cut the difference and then added them together. So it was like 1 silver, or yeah, like 1 silver, 1 gold, 5 silver, something like that.
For specifically the citrus?
Yeah.
Okay.
For produce.
Okay. Cool. Then she's going to say 95 silver.
I'll just give her, give her, God, what is that? 9 gold, 10 gold? I'll give her 10 gold.
All right.
Wait, 95 silver to 10 gold?
Yeah, because 10 silver is 1 gold.
Okay.
So instead of getting change back, there was just like, this is good enough. Let me leave.
Yeah. They took off a 0 in 5th edition. They're like 10 to each next level now.
Instead of
100, right? I
right?
always forget that.
It just sounds like, oh,
Me too.
Wait, I thought it was penny, dime, dollar.
It used to be. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we could just agree on one. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Let me
I like
find
penny,
out.
dime, dollar.
I like it better too. It is. Oh my goodness.
So what does that mean? 100 copper is a silver.
Oh, it is.
10 silver
It is penny,
a
dime,
gold.
dollar now.
So think of it like a copper is like a penny. So it takes 10 copper to make 1 silver.
Yeah.
10 silver makes 1 gold.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, right?
So then if it's 95 dimes.
Yeah. So yeah. So what you said, 9.5 gold.
Yeah.
No, so it'd be 1 gold. Right?
You're right.
No. What? No.
No, you're wrong. If it's dimes,
10 dimes is a dollar.
Math is hard, you guys. I like 100, not 110.
Ah.
But that's fine.
What?
100 copper, 1 silver, 100 silver, 1 gold. That's what I like. But I don't actually know the real system, so we'll just stick with that for now and not worry about it. Okay. You said what you found was 1 gold?
For a single unit, it was something like 3 silver, and for cheese, I think it was like.
I don't want to know that. I want to know
copper.
Citrus.
There was no
okay,
specific
all right.
citrus fruit.
Okay, so what you're using is that one. Okay.
Yeah, I used like meat and cheese combined, which are 2 separate things, but there's no fucking fruits.
Okay.
There was bread, meat, and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need citrus.
So what price did you come up with for cheese for that we would be spending for this trip
Right.
total?
I think eventually the original price was 1 gold, 7 silver.
Yeah.
Okay. And I said I quoted 95 silver, thinking that 100 silver was a gold. So we'll just say she said a gold.
Okay.
Mhm.
That we don't have to worry about math for now. Sorry, everybody. Woo!
This is now the D&D accounting podcast. Welcome to D&D accounting.
Don't like it. I'm gonna
Math
come
is
up with a
funducational.
yeah. I'm gonna come up with a different money system at some point. We'll just convert. So yes, a gold.
Okay. So yeah, he'll leave a gold in the counter. Like, thank you very much.
Of course.
He'll put the old man back down on the ground.
Mhm.
Sorry, but you can't come with us.
And he actually does look a little bit morose for a second. Oh, all right. Have a
Still,
good time. Have a
You
good
do-
time.
You wouldn't want to. We're going out to sea. It might be dangerous.
Still, have fun, young man. And he pats you like on the elbow because you're real tall and he's just a short man.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Mill. Jam the package of meat under one arm, pick the fruit up, and make sure Piko's up there and head out with his bread crown.
All right.
And 1 slice of bread in your mouth, maybe.
Oh my
Like
god,
you're
I'm
late for
late.
school.
Yeah.
Toasted.
Yeah, it's somehow toasted, even though they're
Yeah.
not at any point run into a toaster.
A little pat of jam on it.
Mhm. Oh, I'm seeing, like the end of the intro with Piko flying. It's just,
Yeah, you got your anime
Yeah.
thing, your anime mascot.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
And,
I'm already wearing a skirt, right? So
Yeah.
Yep.
Piko turns into a stone, just like in a skip beat.
I am gonna make a note.
Yeah.
First,
Turn into a stone.
fight Denitra.
note to self: beat ass.
That was just for you, my friend.
So yes, my notes right now say fight Denitra. Draw Thero says anime girl.
Good.
Like the
Yes.
little blush and like little twinkle in the corner of his eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hmm.
All right. Does that conclude your shopping adventure?
It'd do. My arms are full, so like I said, I'll have to come back for water later. But
Alright.
with more people, it'll probably be easier because we're gonna need more water than food.
Do me and Alexos need fresh water?
That's a
I
good
don't-
question.
I don't really
Wanna
know. We
drink it
never
out of your body?
talked about that.
Yeah, it
Sounds
doesn't.
like mammals. Mammals
Yeah.
in the ocean need fresh water.
Are you Kevin
can't drink
Costner?
this
Are you
water.
going to drink your own pee?
It's like the thing is, Tritons aren't even from the plane of existence that everybody else is from. So it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. They're from where there's just water. I don't know. It's literally just water.
Is the water plane saltwater or freshwater?
Yeah, maybe both in different areas.
How do mammals get fresh water? They have a filtering system?
Yeah,
No, it's
maybe.
from their food.
Gills.
Oh, from blood.
Like-
Cool.
Yeah,
Like dolphins have to get it from the fish they eat.
You guys
yeah. The
are...
blood of his enemies is where he gets the water from.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
Oh, so it's like Tank Girl now, where you just like stab them and like suck out the water in their body.
How do we get so much into anime just now?
We need to definitely like nail down some specifics about these races that we've completely made up.
I agree.
Well, that's the thing. In 5th edition, that's what Triton do. So I'm not sure. It's like, what
Cool.
is an
Yeah.
Atlantean Triton? I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
like YOLO.
There
ma'am.
is a microscopic layer of fresh water on top of seawater after it rains, so that is a way that we can collect fresh water.
So yeah, we just skim the top of it.
Wow.
You know,
If it rains.
if it rains. Yeah,
Maybe you just have a different kind of magic bottle that filters it for you.
yeah.
Get a
I
bucket.
mean,
Yeah.
Scoop it up. We'll just start a fire on the boat.
There we go.
boil order on deck.
Yeah.
Last time we had a boat with fire, it ended badly for most everybody.
It really did. So let's not go that route this time.
It's alright, I can fly.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's okay. I can sink.
Just
Yeah.
walk Just walk back. You've got like 40 minutes of air.
Just grumpy Theros at the bottom of the ocean.
I can't believe this happened.
All right, I'm gonna throw us back to the beach.
Uh-huh.
Beach.
Beach.
I preloaded it this time. Look at that.
Haha.
All right. So you guys meet back at the beach with your new friend who does not have an icon.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys probably get there slightly before Theros because you're scared and rushing. Mr. Zephys has flown out and grabbed the rope to the boat, so theoretically it's not gonna float away at this point when everyone arrives back. And Theros kind of calmly rambles up. He's absolutely covered in bags, and Piko is whistling a super cute tune.
If I'm not... Oh yeah, I'll help Theros.
Dilly will also help you, but she is looking for the alcohol.
Oh shit! That was part of my calculations was to get kegs of ale.
She'll go with you when you do it eventually.
And like I said, that was part of my original gold calculation was to take money out for ale for the trip.
Well, we'll just do that. We have tomorrow as well because of the show.
Yeah.
You know. I just knew I had to say it.
Right.
She has to know.
She has
Sure.
to.
Right. Yes.
I guess Galley will help pull the boat back in. And Theros will kind of like squat down so we can hand some stuff off to Nearest. Like, oh, thank you. You want my head bread?
Okay.
Bread.
Yeah, there's like loaves of bread stacked up on top of his head, like resting against his horns.
It is 7:30. Do you guys need a break?
Yes.
Oh, we could just do it real quick, yeah.
All right. We're going to have a, 5-10 minute break, and we'll be back. After these messages, we'll be right back.
See you in a minute. We're back.
We're back.
Hello, internet.
Oh, I
I've
forgot to
done
push to
my-
talk.
Done my job then.
Okay. What were we even doing? We were on a beach. Everybody was
We
coming back together.
all just returned.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Talk it out.
Well, then I will show Sadi the boat, my ship, my vessel. See what he thinks of it.
You guys want to see it?
Yes.
I mean, Theros is just waiting to be let aboard so we can put the shit somewhere. He's not going to just leave the food in the sand.
He's just gonna stand.
That's how you get sand fleas in the bread.
Hey guys, you want to see my boat?
Sand fleas are a thing.
I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are. They're gross.
I think I forgot to adjust the grid size.
That's okay.
Ooh.
Very nice.
There's a boat.
I only have a tiny vision.
I have no vision. I mean, I can see my token, but that's it.
You're not allowed to see.
Okay,
None of us.
then that's
Oh.
fair.
Ah,
Is that
Where
better?
we're going, we don't need eyes.
yeah.
Yes. Except we can
Sweet.
also see the below deck.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Yo, girl, you want to see below my deck?
We also need a Piko.
Nah, Dewey.
Yes.
Listen, at the end of 5 days, we'll just throw him and the bottle in the water and say, "You're home from here." And then we turn around and leave.
Yeet.
I mean, you could.
I mean, yeah, I was like, we know he won't drown because he belongs in the water. So, but I don't know. I feel like that would-
Philippitis can go with them. They can hold hands in the water.
Wait, is there another
Can-
below deck, or is there another staircase under where the steering wheel is?
There is
Yes.
another layer down, but it's just for like sleeping.
Okay,
Sleeping
I
and
just-
storage.
just wondering where them other stairs was going.
Yeah. Nah, it's not. I didn't
Narnia.
include it. I didn't include it because I didn't think we'd be using it. Or you
Yeah.
could just use your imagination.
I'm gonna uppercut Mr. Tumnus.
Let me f with this this size real
Yeah.
quick. Hold on.
I'm gonna take over his role so when kids come through the wardrobe, we're like, "What's up, little bitch?"
As the Minotaur? Or as you?
Yes.
As the Minotaur.
Okay.
So they're expecting like, "Oh, Mr. Tumnus, he's so
Yeah.
lovely," and then all of a sudden it just like loom out of the coat forest, be like, "Go back."
Yeah, so I show Sadi the. I don't know why I keep saying it like Sadi the, like that fast. I show Sadi the ship, what we have, what's available. See what he thinks about it.
And he will let you know as soon as I finish adjusting this grid. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was
So this
singing
is-
to myself and burping.
This is probably no, not the first time I've ever been on this boat, but it's the first time it's ever come out of the bottle. So I kind of know my way around, but
That should be good, ship size wise.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can tell us a bit of how it looks. I just kind of took a ship that we had the rights to and modified it a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I mean, this is my ship. I don't normally sail in it. It's normally I just use it for the captain's quarters. And but I think it's a good boat, and I think it'll serve us well on this voyage.
Sadi notices it has 2 masts and 2 sails, which are not up yet. Theoretically, they're in good repair. He asks you, how are the sails? Are they in good repair?
Normally they are unfurled. That I'm used to seeing it.
Oh, are they normally unfurled? That's actually a good point. When they came out, did you leave them unfurled?
I mean, I don't like in my head canon, the boat in the bottle is currently sailing. Like it is on the sea sailing.
Sure. But when it came out, did you modify the sails? Did you take them back down? Did you leave them?
I would have left them, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really know how the sails work. Like if they're not constantly manned.
That's fine. Just asking. We'll say that's how the boat didn't float completely away.
Okay.
Every now and then, a gust of wind was like, "Nah, just go back to shore. It's fine."
Gotcha.
So yeah, he sees that the sails are up, and he kind of goes, "That's not really." Jiro, you want to help me? And you, and he points out Alexos and Mirror, and come over here and help me take these sails down. This is where you're paying us from here, from right now. He points at Neris.
Okay.
Alexos jumps to it.
Yeah. So,
Let's go.
He shows the both of you how to use the rigging. Well, he checks it first and says, ropes seem good. Gives a little the pulleys and whatnot a good check by pulling the rope back and through a little bit. Okay. Seems clean, seems smooth. And then he shows you how to unfurl a sail.
All right.
Then he goes up. That was the main sail. He goes up to the one up at the front. We're gonna call it the jib because that's all I know the name for.
Yeah, I like it.
And,
I like the cut of it.
Yes. That is the placement of a jib, but I only ever sailed a smaller ship, so I don't know if that's the right one when it's a bigger ship. Regardless, we go up to the jib, and if anybody else wants to see how to do this, come on over here. And he suddenly has a little birdie perched on his shoulder, looking intently at the rigging.
Dilly would be interested.
Yeah, seems kind of worried for a moment. Okay.
Theros just makes his way down the stairs to the hold.
Sure. Then he shows everybody who is interested in how to unfurl the jib. Jib. If you're in port like this, and actually he pauses and goes, "What's your name?" Towards Nerus. Who are you?
Oh, I am Nerus. Sorry, I thought I introduced myself when we first met. My apologies.
It's fine. It's fine. He looks around at everyone else and gets your names really quickly and goes back to his explanation. If you're in port, and theoretically in a better port than this, maybe not. This isn't terrible. You want to put down your anchor. You want to bring down your sails, unless you're looking to leave quickly. But it's not the case here, I assume. Yeah. Otherwise, especially if you don't tie your boat up, your boat it's gonna get away. You guys are really lucky.
Well, would we say that Theros would have done some of that since he knows ships? He could have. We'll have him. We'll say we'll have him do it in the future. Didn't realize we should have, and so we'll.
Well, the whole crew's gonna take care of it. Don't you worry. Speaking of the one who's not out here, I assume that's your Minotaur friend with the supplies?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and check what he got. So he goes down to talk to Theros.
Okay. As he starts to head down, I'm gonna call Piko over, and then find Dilly.
Okay.
Would the two of you be able to tell us, based on the directions, how long this voyage might take?
Well, Dilly listens intently and then says, "Okay, I think so. I think we can get together some questions. Okay.
Pico's kind of not sure what you mean, how long the trip's gonna take. And he explains this through Dilly.
Mm-hmm.
From here, how far is our destination?
This little
Your destination.
His little
Mhm.
bird head tilts and looks around and tells Delilah, their directions. They don't tell me specifically how long. They tell me where to go.
So she'll relay that.
Okay. But do they say go out 1,000 meters? Or is it go left and I'll tell you when to stop?
Well, it's and you see the little bird somehow look kind of
Mhm.
guilty. It's like it's a they don't talk like that. They're not specific.
Mm.
I can tell you what it says though.
Yeah.
Okay, please do that.
Well, we may as well. So, go ahead.
If you don't want me to just paraphrase and maybe mess it up, you might want to get the bottle up here.
Yeah, that's what Dilly's going to go do.
Yeah.
So that's Theros has it, as far as we know, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then we'll just have to go down, eavesdrop on the supplies, and barge in.
Piko goes ahead and just flies down.
Yeah.
Flies awkwardly down. Remember, Piko's bad at flying.
But good at whistling.
Yep.
So I assume we're all down here.
Mhm.
Anybody who wants can go below deck.
While we're because the other two people are already down below, right? Or is it just one of them?
Jiro's sort of wandering around upstairs, but Sadi is downstairs with Theros, looking over the supplies he got.
Whenever we get out of earshot of Jiro upstairs, and before we get downstairs, Zephyrus is going to come up to Nearest and be like, I tested one of them. Used to be thief, but declined offer to steal from us. So, just a warning. But then as they walk downstairs, he just goes, ahoy!
Any answer for that, Nearest?
Oh, sorry. I thought. Wait.
He's talking to you.
I thought you. Oh, okay. I thought you said you were staying up top, waiting for us to get out of earshot of the brother.
Yeah, like as we were walking down below deck, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I
Like
misunderstood.
in between both decks is when I would
Yeah.
essentially tell you.
Gotcha. Okay. Really? That is good to know. I had not considered that they might try to scam us or defraud us in some way.
Seemed like trying to turn life around, maybe.
Interesting.
Just thought.
I do appreciate that idea.
And
Yeah.
then, also as a side note, any new crew members that come on board, Zephyrus will do the same thing of, seeing if they know Thieves Can't, and then if they do know it, then be like, hey, you want to rob these guys? And then see if any of them take the bait or not.
Okie
Okay.
dokie.
You have to pass the bird test.
Mm-hmm.
Bird is the word, and Bird knows the words.
Yes.
Ha.
I like that we have a bird enforcer.
Okay. So you guys head downstairs. Well, a couple of you. If everybody wants to go, I don't know. Everybody can go where they want. But if you are gonna head downstairs, please hop over on the map so I know.
I'm trying to think if Galatea would. I think she's only concerned about the Earth, right? Like the actual Earth, not like trees and whatnot.
No idea.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
James!
James.
Yeah, I think it's more Earth.
Yeah, I
and
think so too.
Not like druidic nature.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I guess she's. I mean, I imagine she's not very comfortable on the boat. She's probably like, "This is it's not where I thought I'd end up, and I'm not very happy about it." But I guess this is where I have to be right now. So she's gonna like stay in the middle of the boat.
Yeah,
Just like hands out, like, all right.
it's like Toph
I
on a
mean-
ship, right?
She could still be on the beach, just watching us.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Just for as long as possible, just like avoid being on the boat.
Would that make her name Beach Watcher? Kind of like Peak Watcher.
Oh,
Beach watcher.
Well,
It
That's
hit
way
on a
back.
few levels.
yeah.
Alexos is just trying to figure out which direction he meant for take the sails down, because we just took them down, but he said to take them down when we stopped. But they're down now,
oh god.
right?
They're gonna come back and he's gonna have them off of the mast entirely.
Dismantling the boat.
Look, like I said, he's dummy thick,
Yeah. Alright.
but he wants
So-
to know.
Yeah.
One thing I would change about the front of the boat
Mm.
Okay.
is that it would be, instead of like an angel, I guess maybe that is, it would be Gaia, the original Titans.
Just pretend it's Gaia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's no wings, and it would be the statue that is most commonly, or the features most commonly associated with Gaia. One of the original Titans.
Yeah.
Which
Nice
might be a little
touch.
odd for a boat to have the goddess
Right.
of the earth.
Smidge.
Just surf and turf. It's just surf and turf. It's fine.
It's keeping the pattern going.
Yes, it's good.
So we've all come downstairs. Sadi is in the middle of looking over what Theros has chosen, and he's nodding. He's like, I see you sent the guy who actually knows what he's doing out. Cool. Because
Of
ancient Greek
course.
people say cool.
Yeah, I only had the 2 arms. I would have got ale and water too, but we got
fancy
time to
nuts.
go back out.
Looks like you got maybe like 3 weeks worth. Depends on how many people, how much crew you're looking for. Gonna have to get that specifically from you.
Yeah, I also figure after 2 weeks we can figure out if we need to make port somewhere and pick up more supplies. Maybe we'll have a week to actually find where we need to go.
I wouldn't rely on that if you're not sure where you're going, I think is what he said.
Well, what about if we try a 2-week voyage, and if that is not to our destination, or we don't have a better idea of the destination, we will just turn around and come back.
Well, are there any other land masses between the direction we're supposed to be heading and here? Because if we go out, we don't necessarily need to come all the way back. We can make possibly a shorter detour to pick up more supplies.
I do not have an answer to that yet. I would hope to try and figure that out this evening. And that's why I wanted to talk to
Yeah.
Piko.
Yep.
Piko kind of like pips at this, like flits over to Neros briefly, and then back over to Theros. Sits on his horn, kind of does a little hop.
Oh, right. Hold on. Theros goes like down to the lowest deck with Piko.
Okay.
Dilly will come with you.
Well, I needed that lowest deck. Oh well.
Who
So,
needed
yeah.
the lowest deck?
Because I didn't make it.
Oh no, we don't.
Oh,
we don't
no.
actually need it. We're just
We use
Wow.
our imaginations. It's just I'm
Yeah,
using
it's all
three.
good.
So yeah,
theater of the
you
mind.
for secrecy. I guess Sadi is like, I guess I'm, I can just I'll head up. Sort of gets the
I'm gonna head
vibe.
out.
We're
Yeah.
talking to the bird. It's private.
So he goes back upstairs and continues checking over the boat a little bit. I just had a brain fart, which is pretty good because I haven't had one a whole lot today. And it's not until just now where I've forgotten what the hell I was doing. All right. Piko hops down off of your horn onto the ground and sort of the little flippity changey into the little kid and holds up his hands. Grabby.
It's not how we ask for things. Darius grabbed the bottle anyway, though.
He kind of looks towards Delilah.
Yeah.
We were doing so well today, and then you did this.
Which translates briefly to, I can't ask you for things you don't understand me.
Dilly does relay that in a very pointed tone. Like, yeah. Didn't you think of that?
And then Piko just
But-
looks back like.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay. So Dilly will ask Piko to just start how Piko normally did. And let's just listen in. See what Piko usually asks and if we could figure it out from there and then kind of get more accurate.
At this point, I need to stop
Mhm.
pressing Z.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to find a better push stop button. At this point, Piko sort of skips back over to Delilah and hands her the bottle
Oh.
and says, I asked where I need to deliver the bottle. Ask the bottle where Piko needs to deliver the bottle. He nods and takes a little step back.
All right. Delilah kind of looks up at Theros and says, Piko wants me to ask. So, okay. And she just kind of goes, hello, bottle.
And Piko interrupts you and like takes the little cap off.
Oh. Fair. I should have known that. And she just kind of holds it up and she says, again, hello, bottle. Where does Piko need to take you?
And you hear a whispering sound come up from the neck of the bottle.
Okay, and so she cranes in a little bit to make sure she can hear it.
And from the bottle, she hears, from Thestrosa, you up and left. Through floating forests, your journey is cleft. Once left from the maze, then the light passes twice. Divine proportion marks the entrance of ice. And that repeats a couple of times.
And, Dilly is listening intently, and she's kind of nodding along. And, when it stops repeating, she says, yeah, no wonder it took you so long to find this bottle. If you got the same instructions that it just gave, you needed us. And she says to Theros, we're going to have to write this down. So, if you could tell us again to everyone and we'll just write it down or something. Yeah. Yep. Sounds good. Let us use technology. There we go.
Oh. Nice.
Maybe you heard it. And since you can reproduce it, yeah.
You don't know what any of it means, you can just reproduce it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, that's what Dilly tells you it is, and we write that down.
Just to repeat it for the audience.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I'll try.
From Thestrosa, you up and left. Through floating forest, your journey is cleft. Once left from the maze, then the light passes twice. Divine proportion marks the entrance of ice.
So lots of fun.
Hey, you like riddles? No, we
Indeed.
dummy thick.
So
Ahoy!
Dilly kind of just looks at you, Theros, and says, do you know anything about this? Just before we go upstairs and tell everybody else.
Theros just holds his hand out for the bottle.
Nope, okay. Dilly will hand it over.
Does Mira carry any kind of instrument, obviously? Like a lute?
Yeah.
Okay. So Piko kind of like skips over to Mira and pulls on her tunic or whatever a little bit and points at her instrument.
Yes. Do you want me to play?
He kind of like doesn't want to say no, but he's more pointing at the bottle and then pointing at your instrument and then pointing it at your head and
Oh. I think it wants me to listen. With my lute.
he kind of like and so he just turns to Delilah. She knows songs? She understands rhymes?
Oh. Okay.
I guess Delilah shares that. Basically, he's trying to get to see if Mira in her bardic condition can help figure out what the fuck this thing's saying.
Yeah.
Can I use to make like an intelligence roll, which is a terrible prospect for me, but to try to think if there is any kind of legend of a floating forest?
Sure.
History or just intelligence?
You pick.
I mean, it's going to be the same roll either way.
Well,
for me.
if you're thinking like if you're thinking for
It's
like
like
a
a
myth, you could do
like a
you-
legend or something like that.
Okay, then you could do a history or like maybe even an arcana. But if you're thinking of like a general knowledge thing, less a story and more of an actual thing, then I would do maybe an intelligence or wisdom.
They're all intelligence-based rolls. I mean, unless we use a wisdom roll, I don't mind a wisdom roll.
Do intelligence. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just ability check, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a 0. Flat nothing. Sorry, buddy.
Dummy thick.
Hey, man. I knew
Yeah.
what I was getting into.
We got the wisdom, though.
He just has the bottle in his hand, and you just like can hear the dial tone. He's like, forests in the what? So water forest. What? Wait, ice now? He literally makes that noise for like a solid 30 seconds. He's like,
Well, Dilly will try and take the bottle back.
he's like I said, he's
Okay.
if there was smoke come out of his ears, you'd smell smoke right now.
Okay. Well, Dilly will take the bottle back. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're finish your sentence.
Okay. Dilly will take the bottle to the group from here. You know, she'll just kind of beckon Theros to make sure that we're all together.
From looking at it,
Mm-hmm.
I guess Neris will chime up. Could the directions, could those be map directions? Up is north and down is south?
Dilly says, that makes perfect sense to me. We just need a map.
Yes. I also don't know which way the island, are we on an island or a landmass? A continent, I mean.
Mhm.
Okay. Is it possible like from where I know our general location, could we travel north in the water? Or can I just see that the north is all just land and clearly that's not up?
You can go north for a way, but you would run into land.
Okay.
So
That's Neris's best guess.
yeah. So before that, you said something for Dilly. I'm just not used to hearing for Dilly. You said something
Right.
with mirror.
Yeah.
What was that?
Pico was trying to get Delilah to see if Mirror was better
Yeah.
at figuring out rhymes because she is, in
Yeah.
his eyes, theoretically a bard because she's got the
Right.
instrument.
Okay. Then Dilly will just kind of ask the same question and kind of just point the bottle towards Mirror.
Okay. Mir is gonna lean in and do the little listen thing. She is gonna whip out her lyre and then just, you know, parrot back the riddle with song.
Unless both Delilah and Mirror are close enough to hear almost directly from the top of the bottle.
Yeah.
Like maybe like a, I don't know, 3-foot range of it. She's not going to be able to hear, so they'll have to be really close.
Oh, well, Mirror could just ask the question then. Like, Delilah doesn't need to hold it.
Either one.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever's easiest. So, Mirror, just hold the bottle and ask the question.
Yeah.
Okay. It comes out the same. From Thessarosa, you up and left through floating forests. Your journey is cleft. Once left from the maze, then the light passes twice. Divine proportion marks the entrance of ice. Is this any? Yeah.
Can I roll something to help me figure this out?
Absolutely. What do you want to do?
All right. Let's see. I'm thinking. So would this be an investigation or
Well, what are you trying to figure out from it?
well, I don't understand the riddle.
Uh-huh.
So that I'm just trying to use the mechanics of the game to try to help get hints.
You could say, maybe you're trying to figure out if this is a real song already. Like, search your memory banks.
Yeah.
See if this is a song.
Like am I pulling something out of, you know, the am I getting something from the you know, the verse or the meter?
Look at the rhymes and pick out a part that is confusing to you and then do a roll to try and figure out what it means.
Okay. Let me get it back up real quick.
You may have the chat collapsed or something.
Oh. Yes.
Are both of
Okay.
our boys upstairs
Currently
by
they
themselves?
are. Alexos and Galatea and Pelopidas are up there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, whenever you want to do, I'm gonna sneakily go upstairs to see what they're doing, just to keep that mindful eye on them.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. I would like to pull out the once from the left in the maze line and try to figure out what that means.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a general wisdom check. Oh, it was almost a 20. 17's still real good, though. So as you are listening to the bottle repeat this rhyme over and over and over again, you remember that you've heard of a reef that is impossible to pass, except for this series of islands that interrupts the reef, called the thing that I forgot because it has a complicated name. Where are you? There it is. The Apostolos Grove. And it's called this because the islands were formed from trees that somehow sprouted up on the reef and started to collect sand. So these islands were formed basically around and with floating trees that collected silt and sand. And
So like a mangroves?
yes, very similar.
Okay.
And you can pass through them, but the path is difficult and winding, sort of like a maze. So it rings true, since the verse does also talk about floating forest.
Okay. Sorry, I was just jotting down notes.
No worries.
Alrighty. Mir, she thinks for a moment, you know, she plays a little bit with her lute. Not like playing like a song, but she's like just strumming
Fidget thinking.
idly. Yeah. And she mentions something about hearing about the floating forest. Or a floating forest. And it's like, yeah, this kind of sounds like this. And she's talking to, you know, with the party to see if that rings any bells with anybody.
Right. Dilly would say,
Interesting.
does anyone know where that is? Like how far away that is from us right now?
Since I've heard about it, would I know, or do I have to roll again?
Yeah, go ahead and just do like a history check to see if you remember.
Okay.
You do remember that it's somewhere to the northwest of here.
Okay. Somewhere to the northwest. I relay that to the party. Like, you know, that place, it sounds like it's somewhere to the northwest. Maybe we could go back into town to get like some maps of the area, get some information, see if anybody knows of that area or have been to it. Because
Dilly just
Oh,
Dilly-
wait, that makes sense because it says once the maze left and the light passes twice, so 2 days after we leave the maze.
A map does seem like a really good idea.
Dilly
I see
just
that
kind
in
of
character.
points to the new guy and says, "Do you know? Don't you sail? Do you sail?" If
He's upstairs.
Oh, I thought one of them was still down here.
Nah, Sadi
No.
pieced out
Okay.
when they were like, Piko
Well,
has
she
to
runs
do
up-
something.
Well, she goes up there and asks him, does he know where the floating forest is?
Honey,
What was it called again?
oh, goodness.
Apostolos.
Thank you.
Apostolos.
Apostolos.
Yeah, I had some sort of gibberish written down here because I was trying to write quickly.
Gesundheit.
Yes. So yeah, Sadi kind of gives you a weird look, but nods. Yeah, that's northwest of here. Maybe like 3-4 days, depending on the wind. Is that where you're going?
You should come down here.
Wait, do we want to bring him?
Oh, I don't know. Dilly is just that's just what she did. Like, you can definitely stop her.
No, I mean, nah, I won't stop.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, the bottle is away again, right? Or something. Mira has it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mira's got
Mira
it
has
and
it
is,
right
like,
now.
playing next to it.
Right. So yeah, he comes back downstairs with Delilah.
Well, I was going to say, before, like, hearing Delilah say you should come down here, Theros will take the bottle and stab it.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
No.
Yes.
Well, I guess if you refuse, it's just a 0.
Hey, you hear him.
So yeah, he's like under his breath. He's like, "We're trying to hide this from them."
So yeah, he comes back downstairs with Delilah. Did you guys figure out where you're going?
We
Yes.
do have a better idea. Have you heard of this floating forest, Apostolos, and about how far away it is?
Yeah,
They said all this stuff upstairs, so I wouldn't have heard
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
told your friend here it's 3 or 4 days if you get good time. But is that really where you want to go?
We need to go past that.
How fast do you want to make this trip?
What is a safe speed?
I don't mean speed. I mean time. You can go through the grove if you want, but it's not easy. You'll need a good crew, and you'll have to pay them more than we agreed to.
Well, can we go around it?
You can. It's a month and a half to 2 months.
Otherwise, we have to go through the forest.
Yeah. It could be rough, but it's way faster.
Is this over land?
No, it's really weird. It's kind of a floating forest, sorta. The islands don't really change, but it sort of just showed up slowly over time. Does that make sense?
It does. Okay.
Fair.
Well, how skilled do we need these people to be?
A decent sailor should be able to do it. It's just a real pain in the ass. You have to be on top of your shit.
Okay. Then how about during the journey through the floating forest, we'll double their pay to account for the longer watches and keeping an eye out for the islands. That way they get better pay for that part.
I don't know how many people you're gonna find who are gonna agree to that. The trip itself isn't that long either. You should honestly probably pay a crew a little bit more. If it's 4 days there and a little bit beyond, you said?
Yeah, maybe a couple days past that.
So we'll say about a week. There and back? 2 weeks? Takes the time to do the math in his head. Go ahead and say something if you were gonna.
So it's 12 gold a day.
Mm-hmm.
12 gold a day, you just said?
No, I was saying to you, you're like, he's doing some math. I was like, so far it's 12 gold a day that the crew would get paid.
Mm-hmm.
So then if it's 2 weeks.
Hold on. You said 12 gold a day.
That is what it'll cost to crew this vessel.
Okay, so you mean if you hire... Not
the current plan.
Yeah, the current
plan for them is it'll cost Nestors 12 gold a day to crew this boat.
Okay, because you plan on hiring, 8 more people?
Yeah. If we had a crew of 10.
Okay, I understand now. It just... I was thinking of it in terms of one person gets 12 gold a day, and I'm like, are you trying to rip yourself off?
No,
Not what I'm
the whole
doing.
crew.
I got you now. I
And
was
that's if
just
he thinks
confused
we
for a
still need
second.
8 more people.
Yeah. I was just confused for a second.
Gotcha. Because yeah, some of us can sit in for the oarsmen or watches or whatever, especially if Theros is a skilled sailor.
Sure. So you kind of, I mean, I'll ask. You might get some people who are not into just being paid a little bit more during that time. But I'll ask.
I mean, I feel that a gold is the going rate for skilled labor. I don't see why they would be against that.
You don't really know the islands.
Granted.
Like I said, I'll ask. We'll see.
Sounds good.
He does a couple of more calculations in his head and... Alright. Your supplies are actually decent if it's only a 2-week trip. You might want to get, like he said, some more water, some ale, whatever you guys are tending toward. Yeah.
Both.
Huh. All right. I'll get on the recruiting and see what they say. If I can't find anybody though, what should I do?
I guess if there doesn't seem to be enough people to fulfill the needs, we of course can do some of the more manual labor, the one that doesn't the non-skilled part. But if still not enough, let me know, and we can revisit the pay idea. I believe so. Wanna check back tomorrow? Let us know what you have found.
Tomorrow, okay, yeah. Is that when you want to leave tomorrow?
No, just what you have found. An update.
All right, what time?
Have to be morning. Say 9.
Wait. Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Because
What
we have
about-
the fashion at 12.
That's at 12, yeah.
Okay. Okay,
So we have
sorry.
to have, yeah.
Mhm.
So have he's here by. If you're here by 9, you can fill us in on any updates.
It's not a lot of
we
time,
can-
but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, and I'm not expecting you to have everybody by that time, but just to know how it's going. To
Right.
know if we need to change our plan.
That's fair, that's fair. All right, I got you. He claps you on the arm again, heads to the steps.
Cool. Okay, so we gave him a general idea. We might want to figure out what the light passes twice and the entrance of ice means.
I feel like a light passing twice is like a day or two. Passing twice.
I agree that it is a measurement of time, but if we're swimming versus sailing, like if these directions are for Piko and he is swimming for 2 days, his distance will be different than if we're sailing for 2 days. Possibly. I am unsure how fast little Piko here can swim.
Well, he just left, right? He left the boat. Dilly will say, well, I don't know how specific the bottle can get. We are asking how Piko could get there. We could ask how we get there. But I don't know if it's going to be any different. It was answering a bunch more questions last time, but I don't know if that's just a one-time thing, and when you ask it where to go, it's just going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
You try it.
nervous that it'll answer the same, but maybe if we could understand the ice aspect. Out of character, are we close to a northern cold area?
No.
Okay. So theoretically, in 2 weeks' time, we wouldn't hit any cold areas.
Probably not.
Okay.
Should have made you do a roll for that.
Well, I mean, I guess it's just geography. How well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
just to see if your character knew. But Piko does a little childish dance and points at himself and sort of like moves his hands together and gives you the
dancing?
huh?
Is he dancing?
Well, he was sort of doing a dance to sort of draw your attention, but also to be like, I'm pretty great. I'm pretty great. And then he wiggles his hands together as if he's doing little quick swimming thing. And you get the impression that he's trying to tell you.
Boasting.
He's pretty fucking good at swimming.
Mhm.
Strong
Okay.
swimmer.
Okay, maybe Pico swims quite fast.
Points at you.
So, Pico, do you know the entrance of ice?
His little dance kind of peters out, shakes his head.
Does anyone here know the mark of Poseidon?
Pico's
Do we have anything he can draw with?
Dilly would definitely have. I'm pretty sure she has some sort of writing effects.
Pico points at oh, Pico wasn't there, never mind.
I mean, I could pull out a feather.
Yeah, we should be able to. I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, her background is sage. She has to have something to write with. Yep, a bottle of black ink, a quill, a small knife. So yeah, we got that. But if Zephys offers a feather, she will use that instead.
I still got the feather that they used in the bar, so
Yeah.
All right. If you set that all up for Pico,
Mhm.
then he doesn't quite understand writing, but he takes hold of the feather, pretty much messes up the bottom, gets it all weird and scruffy, and draws the worst trident you've ever seen. But you can tell it's a trident, so maybe it's not the worst trident. Basically, a U with a line through it.
Still
Holds it
better
up.
than me.
Really, really proudly.
El Diablo.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he might be more sophisticated than that, but
You hear the terrible child noise. Pah!
not you, Pico. Poseidon. Then that symbol should lead us to the entrance of ice.
Pico
Or
kinda
divine.
pops his head around like, yeah, it could be, that could be.
Yeah, Dilly is just nodding along like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
We'll have to see anything that is either three-pronged, like it's three-pronged, or if it just has that shape etched into it or something. Because it could be, 2 or 3 rivers. Like wherever we go, we find a river that branches off into 3 or something. So
Right.
hopefully it's that image. His mark will be there.
Mm-hmm.
But we may
Question.
need someone to take
Right.
an aerial view
Oh, you're good.
of it to tell us if we can see the mark.
What's up?
Can I use my criminal background when we get into town to send out some feelers if anybody knows about the entrance of ice?
You can if you want to, yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that whenever we get back into town.
Right. Did you also want to go upstairs and check on the brothers before they leave, or?
Yeah, I mean, just casually walk around and probably come up to where's the entrance to where we get on and off? The gangplank.
Hadn't thought about that. Probably on a side over the oars. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean,
usually there's just like a rope ladder thrown over the edge.
I figure probably come like in between the stairs, enough to where I can just barely peek over the floor.
Give me a perception check.
I was gonna say that Neris, Pelopidas, and I just breach out of the water like dolphins and just land on the ship. So what do we need with a ladder?
Ladders, man. Yeah. I mean, you watch them, and they're pretty much just doing rounds to make sure that all the rigging is secure and there's no rotting or anything in any of the ropes or wood, and the sails look good and all that kind of crap.
All right. I'll just kind of chill out and, make eye contact with the one that I eventually, discussed with that one time. And,
yeah, Jiro.
Yeah. Just like, just stare and then slowly just dip back downstairs.
All right, so you guys have part of the rhyme figured out. Do you want to deal with that anymore, or do you want to do something else?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's the entrance of ice. It's like we have the feelers going out soon. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll give it a shot. I mean, what can it hurt, right?
Sure. What would you like to, just that line, that whole line, just the entrance of ice? What do you want?
Yeah, the divine proportions marks the entrance of ice.
Okay.
So,
give me intelligence. You can do
just straight intelligence,
or maybe Arcana.
Arcana it is.
It strikes you that divine proportion is also the name for something else. How much do I want to give you here? What is it called? I have to actually look this up real quick.
Sure.
You go ahead. I just wanted to try and figure out how to pull it from my other scene in OBS, but I can't. If it's what I think it is. Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Armed with knowledge. Maybe it'll make sense when we see it, Dilly says.
So the divine proportion, because isn't the golden ratio like a shell, the spiral? Am I thinking of the right thing? Okay. It's not the 1-3.
It's the same thing. To make one, you use the ratio, basically.
Okay.
If you were drawing the points out, it would make the shape.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, divine proportion marks the entrance of ice. To Dilly, if you say, I'm sure we understand art. I know she does. So that would make a little sense. But Dilly's just thinking, okay, well, we'll go there. There's going to be some ice, and we'll just have to figure this golden ratio out.
He did say that the Apostolos was northwest of us.
Yes.
So we can assume that the up and left are cardinal directions. So when we are out of once we leave the Apostola, we need to go west for possibly 2 days. And from there, we should find a divine ratio, some sort of spiral. The only spiral I know of in the ocean is a whirlpool, which is not really where we want our boat to go.
That'd be bad.
Dilly says, well, Piko probably could have swam through it, though.
Yeah. But we don't know. We'll keep that little bit to ourselves, just in case it's quite dangerous.
Dilly definitely does.
I'd say that's it for my roles. If anybody else has any ideas or something different.
Every time Theros tries to think about it again, he just goes,
It's like a brain freeze.
yeah, it's like 2 + 2 = fish does not compute, and then he just has to take a second to reboot.
About what time would you say it is?
Let's see. It was midday when you were getting supplies and figuring out this stuff. We'll say it's probably like 2 or 3.
I guess we could help Theros get the rest of our supplies. The water and the rum. And then we can make some good old-fashioned grog.
Dilly is in. Let's go.
Besides supplies, is there anything else you guys want to look for?
Since this was originally assigned to Piko, who is a water-breathing creature, should we see if we can find any way to give some of us water breathing? Check some of the shops and whatnot. Get ready for that. Does that make sense to people?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then okay, that would be my next recommendation. Would be to do a little non-supply shopping.
Not supply shopping.
Useful, not food items.
Yeah. Out of character, does anyone know? Can any magic caster cast a scroll, or does it have to be someone who has that spell on their list?
I think you can cast. I think you can cast spells as long as you can use magic.
Yep.
I think there's a chance of failure, or maybe it's just copy it. I think you can, as long as you can do magic. I think you can read a magic scroll.
Yeah, you can use it. So yeah, we could, get scrolls and potions and things like that.
Yeah. Water breathing. Probably items might be a little too costly, like a helmet of water breathing or whatever might exist, but potions and scrolls might. And then just other items in general. I don't know what we might encounter out there on the high seas. Does anybody else feel like they need to go shopping for anything?
Not Alexa.
Heavier armor so I sink faster.
You need the iron boots from Zelda.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Iron horseshoes for my hooves.
Oh wow.
What if we found actually a way?
sandals.
But I've got hooves.
What if we found a way to put flotation devices inside your armor?
There you go.
That would be bulky and weird.
Yeah, it would be. Maybe it has like a cord you could pull.
Just picture from inside the cuirass just
Yeah.
Yeah.
just bobbing uncomfortably.
Mm.
Someone get the hook and get me back on the boat.
Now you're a fishing lure for something I really don't want to see. Whatever takes that bait, I don't think we need to catch.
Oh, we do catch it because I'll just get it from the inside.
Yeah.
Kraken.
Eat me, I dare you. Eat me, I dare you.
The skin
That's
is
what
too
she
tough on the
said.
outside. I must go out from the inside. Skin is the same
Thanks,
thickness
Drax.
on both sides.
But no, Alexis doesn't have anything in particular. But yeah, if we want to think about scrolls and potions and things, that might take a little bit. But I'm down.
All right, friends.
Like that.
If that is your goal, I am
Mhm.
prepared.
Yeah.
So we can either do that this time and end with that, or we can stop here and start with that next time.
The only thing that the reason that I think we should start with it next time is if more people, once people come back so they can
Yeah.
pick the thing that they might want. Because I don't know what Dilly and Galatea might want, and I don't want to not get,
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
That's the only reason.
Okay.
Mhm.
I look for ice.
Yeah, let's do
That's
that.
right.
I mean, obviously, I won't be here next game, but
Yeah.
Zephyrus would still put out the feelers and see
We
if
could
he
end
can
with that
glean
or
any.
something.
So I imagine, getting a message sent in through the criminal spyways and getting any information back would, at least take a couple days.
Could it
Okay.
could.
Do you want to personally start asking questions? Like, do you want to take one of us with you and sort of do that, or is it you just put out the question and
Like, I just see it kind of like as a what's that, like a game of telephone. Like I
Mm.
go to like a speakeasy kind of place, and then they just kind of, send stuff through the line. Whenever something snags, it comes back the other way. That's how I think of it as. It's just
Sure.
I'm just looking at the my spy criminal background.
Mm-hmm.
Let's yeah, we'll wait on the shopping and stuff till next time. If you guys have anything in particular that you want, let me know. I pulled out some stuff that I thought was pretty cool and might appeal to some people.
Yeah.
But if there's something very specific that somebody wants, let me know.
Well, I think the most specific thing will probably be potions of water breathing.
I had no idea that you would need that. It's not on the list already.
Or scrolls of depending.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's if that somehow was overlooked, but that would be my first.
Big other thing.
Mhm.
You remember what was gonna level you up to level 2?
Level us, yeah. The fashion show.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're gonna do that tomorrow. So,
Yep.
Oh, let's do the fashion show. Okay.
well,
Get a good night's sleep and have the fashion show.
we could do the fashion show today if you want. I would kind of like to save that for everybody else too.
Yeah.
But the point I was trying to make is after the fashion show, you will be level 3. So, go ahead and start looking into that as well.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
And I think if everybody's okay with it, I'm okay with keeping Monty until Zephyrus is done. I don't know how you guys felt today. If I was paying enough attention to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty aware enough to just be like, okay, so someone else should take a turn now.
Perfectly.
Okay.
I'm being too
Where are
deep
we
now.
going to be without our bird enforcer?
Exactly.
Mhm.
We are too dumb otherwise.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Then I gotta figure out how to fit 7 people into the side.
Someone speaks from the beyond. Just
The
have
beyond.
James and Tiki just share a camera.
Right.
So,
That's probably what I'll do is 4 2x2 and a 4, and then like the bottom will just be 1, 2, 3 or something.
I made them literally sit beside each
The
other
same.
and
Your face is smushed.
share the camera.
I could just take the green screen down, and then you could see me in Denitra's background. So
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Also,
Uh-huh.
the thing I was thinking of, I have a liaison that I can talk to,
yeah,
and then that person goes out from there.
Okay.
handle my light work.
That would distract
Retainer.
James too much to just have like Tiki in his
Bubble.
his
Vision.
Brady Bunch square.
Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
Ooh, my
Mhm.
wife. James, calm
Yeah.
down.
No,
Yeah, we're talking
my
about you,
wife.
kid. All right. Then I guess that brings us to the end of the game tonight.
Seems good.
All right.
Cool. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Some of us.
so.
2 of us will be here for next Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something going past us, right? Another one shot.
Yes.
Yes.
Theoretically, Aaron will be
Theoretically.
running a one shot in the time slot for Team Green and Horny. Right?
Yes.
I thought we
What's it
weren't
gonna be
allowed to do
about?
one shots anymore.
I mean,
Who
I'm gonna
said
try-
that?
We're gonna see how it works out because my schedule has become flip flopped for
Mhm.
this week. So,
Okay.
and also need to see if I can get everything to work. So,
Cool.
I mean,
What's
if
the,
not, I can
yeah.
help out, run stuff, or
Do you want to give the viewers a little preview?
no.
we don't even know what it's about
Mm.
yet.
Oh, okay.
I think I only told.
Told me if it's like what you thought it was. Which after we end the stream, I'll tell you what you told me.
So I think I only told like Michelle and our other friend Gwen.
All right.
But-
Yeah. We outie.
The only thing I will
Howdy,
say
5,000.
is it will be lethal,
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
potentially lethal.
He's taking
Good.
the one shot very seriously. You got
Mhm.
one shot to live.
1
Do
HP.
not
Mom
miss your
spaghetti.
chance.
Do not,
Everybody.
do not miss your chance to blow.
Mhm.
Good night.
You better. Anyway, yeah.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
You better spaghetti.